Hi everyone, it's Arnie here at Beverage. We're going to be on YouTube today.
welcome to Let's Celebrate TV Live. Look at that. I'm your host, Peter Lee. We have a great, big, huge, exciting episode for you. You see, we have some very special guest stars. Kelly and Paul from the Velveteen Kitsch-in Lounge are here. A little while later, our friends Doug and Arnie from Pepper Tree Villa will be dropping in.
Yeah.
And we have a studio audience of friends and family.
Even better.
And then there's that one person who made this all happen. Last but not least, it's my husband, Phil Gordimer.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from the basement bar and studio of LG Manor Productions. Welcome. Feel free to comment and chat, ask questions. We welcome lots of new people. This should be fun. Normally our live stream's an hour. It will not be an hour today.
Might be a little longer.
It could be 1.5. It could be 2. We could be drunk by the time we get done. Who knows?
Could be.
Could be.
Dreaming
I
into
think
next
that's
week.
probably going to happen.
Oh, yes.
Given.
We finally have someone from Facebookery.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Is it my 4th grade teacher?
No,
Oh.
Ah.
She usually
Brian from
watches.
camp.
Really?
Oh, that's all right.
Well,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So we're starting up with some bubbly today because that's how you start a party.
yes.
We're having Seduction from Sparkling Point out on Long Island. Oop, there we go.
There it is.
Backwards. There it is.
Perfect.
It's one of our favorites. And we're not sharing this with our studio audience because we're mean.
Yes.
But yeah, that's right.
$70 a bottle. So
Yeah. So,
How much?
I love you, but not
Oh.
that much.
So
$70 a bottle.
so
Why? Oh, I'm
Here we
honored.
go.
Kelly
Ah,
and
thank
Paul.
you, sir.
You? Want that one?
No,
No,
just-
you-
I want
yep,
it.
Want a blue.
husband.
All
All
right.
right. So,
Ein Prosit.
Cheers.
Ein Prosit. Der
Bottoms
Gute
up.
I
Yes.
hope my liver can survive.
and we're also
Watch
having bubbly because it's the first day of Gay Pride Month. So happy
Mm.
Pride,
Yeah.
everyone.
Right.
Boom, baby.
Mm.
Ah, ooh, that's nice. I like
It is
it.
good.
I like it
Yeah.
a lot.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Too good for us.
That's too good.
Not
for us.
at all.
I'm going to pour mine back in the bottle so you guys can enjoy more. You know, I mean,
Well, it'll be back
really,
here.
you know, why be greedy? But
So before we go too far,
I was just going to ask if you have any
let's talk
PSAs.
about Velveteen Kitsch-in and that works perfect. We can see the two of you. Covers up
Yes.
Peter.
my life, you know.
Let's let Kelly and
Thanks,
Paul tell everyone
Right.
their story and what they do.
here's
And
the story.
We're the Velveteen Lounge Kitsch-in. We're live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook. We make cocktails. We say cocktails and kitsch.
Yeah.
The occasional road trip. My cousin Glendora often drops by.
Who is it?
She likes boxed wine.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add, Paul?
Well, we've been at this since 2009-ish,
Long time.
8-ish, something like that. And we've gone from, a monthly show? I think it was literally quarterly to monthly to weekly.
Mhm.
And then it's just from there. And then we started doing live episodes when there was something called Periscope. That's going to take you back.
wow,
Oh,
I do
Periscope.
remember Periscope.
I mean, it was fun. It was quick, but then these other services start doing it, and then you can do much longer form content. A lot of fun, and you can get the audience. Live audience is awesome. But if people are in California, I'd like to be able to have them see the show. So the miracle of the internet, you can see us, and you can see these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Every week on Sunday at 3:30, which it's 3:35. Obviously, you know that you're tuned in. Good. So.
All right, let's see who's here. We got lots of people out there. So Doug and Arnie telling everybody. We've got Mark is saying it's 50 in New Jersey.
Crummy.
And of course, we have Suzanne
Hi,
and
Suzanne.
Melissa from Washington, North
Hey,
Carolina.
Melissa.
NC.
And actually, before I do that, let me tell everybody, especially if you're new here, tell us where you're from. In chat, say hello from your city and state, and then we'll put up a map to show where everyone's watching from. All right, let me go back. We got Janet from Rhode Island.
Yay,
Hey,
We
Janet.
got Brian Duran on Facebook.
Excellent, Brian.
And
Let's see who we got.
And guys,
We got
remember,
Ben.
hit that like button.
Hi,
Hey, Ben.
hey,
Let's get it off
BTV in the
of me.
house.
Mhm.
I was just about to do the service that you usually do when you watch our show. Remember to hit the like button
Yeah.
every time you watch. It makes
That's
a difference
right.
on
Yeah.
these services.
And
You think,
Lance and
I
Ken
did that last week.
from
No,
Long
every
Island that are
time.
going to be down here.
Island.
Hey, one in the
We
house.
got Christopher
Hey, Christopher.
Happy
and
Pride,
Ben
Chris.
Smokeland, California.
Up to 67.
Mark says, Happy Pride. Oh, Brian's up at camp in his camper. So that would be,
I heard it was cold and rainy and icky there again, so I'm glad we're
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
So yes, looks
Oh,
like
Linda's here.
Oh,
Hi.
there we go.
Linda Patterson from New Hampshire. Here we go.
Hi.
All right. So let me just do a quick split screen with my husband.
Mhm.
So
And
the idea from this comes from a YouTube video put out by a guy with a channel called Learn How to Drink. And he loves making cocktails.
Yeah.
He bought 7 bottles of rye, or 8 bottles of rye and 7 bottles of vermouth.
It was
And
more than
made-
rye. It was several
Yeah.
whiskeys.
He
But
made
yeah.
40 plus 46 martinis, taste tested, Manhattans, taste tested, and commented on every single one. Finished the episode and went to the hospital with alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that many.
No.
But the concept of we can just mix and match and see what happens and get a lot of different tastes. So we kind of spent a little money in Total Wine yesterday, getting some really cool
A
wines.
little money.
Matter of fact,
Sorry, mortgage company. You gotta wait.
we actually had to give up grill cam because instead we have cocktail
Cocktail
cam.
cam.
Who's cam?
Yay.
Oh, we like booze cam.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna start mixing some drinks, and Kelly and Paul will mix the first couple. While they do that, I'm gonna start just building a little
Okay.
snacky tray to make sure that our studio audience doesn't get too wrecked
this
too
back here.
easily.
Yes. Line the stomach with fatty meats,
Yeah.
bready
So-
stuff, and what
Do
have
you
you.
want to start with the rye?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry?
You want me to start?
Please. Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I will take one of these.
Okay.
All right. So I think I'm going to start with our local Black Dirt Rye. This is they're local to us. They're in
Warwick?
Warwick.
Yep.
Yeah, Warwickish.
Warwick, New York.
Warwickish, New York. And is this open?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I took all the.
Yeah,
Pretty
so
stiff
the
work
Black
base there.
Dirt region of New York. I already know this is good stuff.
Yep.
But so I'm going to start with 2 ounces of this.
Colaga boy.
Yeah, and then I'm going to also do a New York vermouth. We have Method, which is also from
Very,
New
very
York.
good. That
Yes.
method.
It's going to be a New York forward.
Might have done a taste test last
Manhattan.
night just to be sure.
Well, quality assurance.
Okay.
You know.
Excuse
Well,
me.
that's because we have to
That's-
settle the
that's
argument
the
of shaken
house.
versus stirred.
Yeah.
I reached for the wrong bottle.
Silly argument, of
It's
course.
too early in the broadcast to be reaching for the wrong bottle. Okay. So that was 2 ounces of the Black Dirt Rye, and I'm going to do an ounce of the Method Sweet Vermouth. And oh my gosh, I could even use a New York bitter.
There you
Hello.
go.
This is going to be a fully New York drink. Okay.
New York in the house.
Fee Brothers. Fee Brothers is
Yes.
in Rochester,
They're upstate.
New York. Okay.
And
So
using
I'm going to
the,
do a dash of the Turkish tobacco.
which are really fun. They have a certain sort of aged smokiness to them and contain
Yes.
no tobacco.
They
So
don't have tobacco.
the name sounds like it just,
Yes.
the fact is if it did contain tobacco, they'd have to pull them from the shelf. It'd be
So-
illegal.
Mm.
But don't worry if you're sensitive. It's an impression.
Paul, do you want to hand me a couple of glasses?
I would be delighted.
Thank you.
Mm.
All right. So if anyone would like to try this New Yorkie.
Oh, I think I do.
I think I do.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Well, the hostess
Oh,
has to take
don't do
her
that.
first
Yeah,
sip.
I will.
The glass is coming away.
I shall take one more glass.
One more glass coming away.
They call it New Yorkiness, and it felt like.
Okay.
That was cool
There we go.
All right. And I
We
will
got all
double
the
strain
screwy
because
cocktail glasses to begin
what
with.
the heck? Okay.
Well, you need to drink until the stem straightens out.
I'm gonna pour
Yes.
And that's when you're flagged.
a tiny bit for myself.
And if you
to try.
start out with straight glasses and you end up with the bent ones, then you had no idea.
Right.
So you better start out with the ones that are screwy. That's what we think. What do you think?
I like it.
We're in like
You
Flynn?
want to?
I'd love to
All
take a
right.
sample of this.
All right. I'm going
I don't
to
think we've made a Manhattan with the
pour
tobacco.
this out for our studio audience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oops.
Now, is that a softer rye or a harder rye?
I seem to recall. Well, what's your
It's
impression?
pretty aromatic.
Yeah, I think that it's got a higher rye content, the way that rye really should. The difference between bourbon and rye legally is that the rye has more rye, the bourbon
Yes.
has
All
more
right.
corn or wheat.
Right.
And
I'll come.
the fact
Oh,
is,
thank
you
you.
can have like 51% rye, and they call it rye. And I'm like, that's going to taste an
Right.
awful lot like the one that's got 51% wheat.
Thank you.
When I make on our show from time to
That was a
time.
good one.
So you're better off like cranking up the dominant ingredient to really push that.
So Paul and Kelly know all of the history and all the trivia and all these great things.
Oh, I forgot to give you
But
cherries.
to that, I'm going to pull out my notes because I always have notes.
I forgot to
Please
give you
don't.
cherries. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, that's all right.
Right.
So today
Well,
is the Manhattan Project,
Mm-hmm.
and what is it that makes a Manhattan? Do we know the definition of a Manhattan? Technically,
2 cards whiskey.
well, according to Wikipedia, which we all know how.
Font of all knowledge.
Right. So, definition of a Manhattan: Manhattan is a cocktail made with whiskey, sweet vermouth, and bitters. While rye is the traditional whiskey of choice, other commonly used include Canadian whiskey, bourbon, or blended whiskeys, and Tennessee whiskey. Cocktails usually stirred with ice and then strained into a chilled cocktail glass and garnished traditionally with a maraschino cherry. Manhattan may also be served on the rocks in a lowball glass, but we'll talk about the different glasses and shaken versus stirred a little later. Now, where did it come from? What are the origins?
Well, it's pretty debated. There
It
are
is.
stories. There are some good stories, and they have nothing to back them up whatsoever. So
Yeah.
you know what?
I have
That's
this
great
little
drinking
booklet
stories
over
right
here
there.
with all these historic Manhattans in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's from 1934, I think.
So like immediate
Fun at cocktail
post-prohibition
time.
cocktail
Yeah.
bar.
What
It's
I'm
kinda
hearing, when I was reading today, it suggests that it was originated at, as we said earlier, the Manhattan Club in the 1870s, where it was invented by Ian Marshall for a banquet hosted by Jenny Jerome, who was also known as Lady Randolph Churchill, the mother of Winston Churchill.
That's right.
Right, yes.
In honor of presidential candidate Samuel J. Tilden.
Isn't the
So,
guy who
but
like
that's-
won the election and didn't get elected?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
that's the guy.
But I think some of that is kind of debatable too. But still, we'll
Yes.
just go 1870s. It's a pretty old cocktail.
It's a good yarn.
I'm
you
good
know.
with that. Yeah.
It's old.
Yep.
The when you look at the facts, like Lady Jerome was actually like in the UK at the time that
Yeah.
this was it's like, okay, fine, whatever. But the Manhattan Club, I believe, is just decent evidence that that's where the name comes from.
Mhm.
There's also good evidence that, oh, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
stepping
go
on
ahead.
you, please.
Go ahead.
Also
No.
decent evidence that this thing was reinvented like 12 times, different
Oh, yeah.
places. The
Yeah.
Turf Club made the same thing and said, it's Turf Club cocktail. Everybody seems to have done this. Look,
Yes.
it's 2 ingredients. It's 2 ingredients. You can reinvent this
Not
in a lot.
according to that book.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
well,
3 with
Every
the
bar
bitters.
had its own version.
Yeah, but the truth is, it is free. You can have the bitters.
We have one in this book that has Jamaican rum in addition to the rye. We have
That's intriguing and scary.
it is. Yeah,
No,
it sounds
I-
awful.
we can make it.
Sounds awful.
Yeah,
There-
Will.
yeah.
Well, Doug
Well,
and
there's one
Arnie
that has
have a
lemon
special
juice.
one
Yeah.
around just
Sure.
after 4 o'clock. Doug and Arnie will be
Yeah.
showing us
But-
their
and,
version.
and we'll be
Excellent.
talking a little later about
Okay.
all the variations. Some are a little weird.
I've heard of weird ones where I've mixed 2 different
Right.
whiskeys to
Yeah.
make my Manhattan, but I've never tossed like rum or anything in there.
So, what did you guys think of this?
Oh my
first
gosh.
Manhattan.
My brother-in-law is here.
Oh,
Tilden is one of my ancestors. Hi, Jeff.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
know
awesome.
that.
Mom and brother-in-law.
Yes.
Welcome to
I have families
LCTV.
in the house.
Yeah.
That's
I love
excellent.
it.
Thank you.
We've got 36 people watching right
Wow.
now.
Yay. So I hope we get
Wow.
36 likes.
Mhm.
All right. So, what do you think of the Manhattan, guys?
pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
The whole New York
Yummy.
thing is great.
So what makes it different?
I think the bitter, that smokiness
That's
is nice.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's also
Right?
the,
Yeah, yeah.
the one I
Yeah.
get that's different.
Yep.
I like
And
it.
I like that,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm into that combination.
I'll say this if you want to add bubbles to your things later.
Just in
You
case.
Oh, okay.
I
Good
want
to
to
have.
do something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
Ben's
we do.
asking the most important question.
How many varieties? Well, we've had one.
Probably
We-
way too many.
We could make up to, I think we figured out 35.
Yes.
So,
Just given the combinations that we have here, just standard Manhattans with the booze on the bar, on the booze cam, and the number of bitters we have. Actually, if we talk about the number of bitters, that probably increases
Thank
Yeah.
you,
the number of Manhattans
Janet.
that we
Yeah.
could possibly
Right,
do.
because you have
oh,
3
that's
times
great,
everything,
Janet. Thank
too.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, fellas,
Thank you,
if
Janet.
someone wants to come up and grab this.
I'll be commuting from here in the morning.
All right. Yeah.
You know.
So you're sleeping on the couch is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
you
you
come
got
couch
it?
up.
Okay.
know, but
It is.
oh my goodness.
Very nice.
As
Very
you know,
nice.
I have more stuff that we can put up for snackies.
Yeah, it's that or the spin.
Well, and what our viewing audience doesn't know is we are having a whole picnic after this because we will probably be a little drunk. So there'll be hamburgers and hot dogs, and we're even marinating a steak in a Manhattan.
Which we'll get to a little later because our grill master is here. So yeah.
That's how.
But we had to give up grill cam in order to show
Can you take
Oh.
cocktail
Who's
cam.
Who's
Can you
game?
take a stream from my cell phone camera?
Not now. But I knew about it before.
And actually,
We've done that at camp.
yes, but
Yeah.
the other problem is it's windy today, and we didn't want to have a camera out on the deck that might blow over
Yeah,
because
that.
they're too expensive.
Yeah.
You were telling me.
And just
Yes.
a reminder for all our new viewers in chat, tell us where you're watching us from. Say hello from in your city and state, and we'll build a map.
All right, let's mix another drink because I would like to try a Manhattan.
You'd like to try Manhattan?
I
Would you
very
like
much
to try
would.
a
I would
perfect
like a
Manhattan
tiny
lamb?
sample.
Sure,
What would
why
you
not?
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's start of us.
What would you like?
Okay,
from the
I
boobs?
will take that bourbon on the end to your right.
The Middle West.
Yes, that
We
one.
bought this in New Hampshire.
As a matter of fact, speaking of
We
New
bought this
Hampshire,
at the state liquor store in New Hampshire.
this is Middle West Spirits, which is coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Ohio represent.
No.
It is advertising itself as smooth, full-bodied, soft spice.
Spice.
We'll see about that.
Yeah.
And it actually says dark pumpernickel. I said, oh,
Ooh.
really?
That sounds interesting.
Flavor notes, flavor notes.
Yeah.
Right.
And I will take vermouth-wise. You don't get to say that too often.
You don't.
vermouth-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah.
It's good. We'll be good with that.
Have we tried the Via yet?
I don't think so.
Pass it over. Let's try
Oh,
that sucker.
Paul's in from camp.
Oh, hi, Paul.
Okay.
We'll see you next week.
That's the first time
Cracking
he's
it.
commented.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty aromatic. Okay. We got an interesting rye and we got an
Yeah.
interesting vermouth, sweet vermouth,
Take a
and we're going to
sip
try
of
that.
that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I will take the
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll take the dry vermouth as well because I'm doing it.
Oh,
You have it in front of you.
I was going to say, I don't have it over here.
Like
It's a
Insert
snake
hand.
and it's going to bite you.
drop forehead. There we go. Boom,
Let's
done.
take your
Anyway,
hat off for that.
yes, I do. I know. Anyway,
That's right. Never mind.
Face bomb. There we go. So why is this called perfect? Because you're using the two types of vermouth. Why is that perfect or more perfect than your imperfect Manhattan? I don't know, but it sounded
You-
cool.
You know all this trivia.
They went with it. So
Perfect.
there we go. What the heck's an imperfect Manhattan anyway? So we're going to do the same proportion of this stuff. I get to do this funny thing there. Oh wait, that's 1.5. That's one. Here we go. Boom. La 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 la.
And yes, I will be mixing some Manhattans too.
You'll be
I'm
mixing
not
some.
going to make them do all the work.
No.
We don't mind.
Just a little
We're
bit
used
more.
to
That's
it.
the shy pour.
A
Boom.
little more for Santa
Great.
Claus.
Right?
More for Santa
A little bit
Claus.
more for Santa
A little more for
Claus.
Santa Claus.
Hey,
Thank you very
you
much.
All right.
Good stuff. And I like to make these as more like a 4-to-1 ratio. So 2 ounces of the base liquor and 1 ounce. Wait, that means I need a 1/2 ounce total. Boom. So 1/2 ounce is going to look something like quarter. Yep.
Oh, you're
There we go. Yeah, mixing
That's
it
all
up.
good.
Right.
okay.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. We're flexible here.
You're
I got
mixing
a
it
fully
up.
stocked kitchen in the back of me. It's looking
Well,
good.
yeah.
Mixing it up.
Yeah. There we go.
And we had a lot of fun, the four of us in Total Wines yesterday. And
Oh my
maybe.
God.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Total Wine is slightly wallet draining.
I should have bought the Dorito liqueur though.
No.
It
Oh,
was
see.
$64. I
Good
was like,
grief.
no,
Yeah, no.
definitely
Hey.
No.
But there is Dorito liqueur.
Robin,
Oh, wow. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Hello, hello.
Have you had it?
No.
Oh.
And then I got
Doritos vodka, yes, and it's not good.
It was $64. Yeah, no.
Bitters wise.
We
I
have
will-
Old Bay vodka back there.
Yeah, I saw
Now
the
that
feed.
might
I'm
be good.
intrigued.
Oh wow.
What do we got for bitters behind
We
me?
have orange coffee, Turkish tobacco, grapefruit, another orange, Peychaud's, and Angostura.
Take this, the regular Angostura, please. I think this is your basic old-fashioned bitter right
Total
here.
Wines like Toys
Never go
R
wrong.
Us.
Yes.
Very true.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's also really bad when you're in Total Wine enough. The sales staff knows your preferences. And
Yeah.
you walk in
Oh, yeah.
and they just hand you
Here you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call me Rummy.
Or it's
No,
like the meme I saw one time that said, nothing says I mean business like grabbing a shopping cart as soon as you walk into the liquor store.
Boom.
Well, the last
A
time I
wine
was
boy.
in Total Wine, they're like, we got a new bourbon for you to try. And I'm like, wow, I haven't even been in here in like a year.
Oh, they were like, where have you been?
We remember you. We remember you. All right, I'm going to do 3 dashes of this because I want that to be present. Sometimes you see recipes that's like 1 dash. I'm like, 1 dash.
But
Jeez.
with bitters, you can very easily overdo it too.
Yeah, yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be a little careful.
That Fee Brothers came out quickly. I
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
needed 1 dash.
And
of
that's the
that.
thing. Like this dasher is different than that dasher.
Right,
so
right.
what is a dash? What is a dash? Anyway, I need ice.
Well, there's M
Actually, if you could
dashes
ice me,
and M
yeah, right
dashes.
there. I would really appreciate that.
With my impeccably clean hands.
Yes, sterilized. I saw it. To all you people who are
We all
like, oh, you
washed
used your
them before
hands.
this.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
totally-
yeah, whatever.
Clean my hands.
My favorite Boston shaker, so I'm doing that.
I'm gonna try this. That looks really
You gotta shake it enough to really get it chilled. I hate watching videos where like shake,
Shake.
good. Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah, no.
At least
Put
30
some muscle into
seconds.
Yeah, seriously. You see professional bartenders are like, they're like, wow. Yeah, they must be like totally built.
Yeah.
By the end of the night.
Just one
But some of
those.
that isn't some of that though also based on the size of the ice cubes you got in the shaker.
Perhaps.
There is a thing with ice.
You got
Yes.
smaller ones, you'd have more cold surface area to start with, so maybe not as
Perhaps,
much shaker.
but
As a physics experiment, I get it, but you could also just throw in liquid nitrogen. Boom, done. There you go.
Yeah.
Stir, stir,
Yeah.
stir. Wait
Yeah.
for it to evaporate,
Also
people.
works.
Yeah.
So I think then after you taste this, we should start with the debate of shaken versus stirred.
Yeah.
And our
Yeah.
conversation from last night, because we were drinking 96 proof rye
Do we
last night.
remember our conversation?
I do recall.
All right, here we go. So I'm actually going to, you notice I let that sit for a second. I wanted to make sure this all drained out, and it gives you another second of dilution. And if you have a really high, like gravity, the booze to begin with, like it was 90, 96, 100, even if 90 proof, it's over your normal proof. So we're going to strain into a cocktail glass.
Oh, you're pouring out the whole thing.
I'm going to pour that much. I'm going to give myself a oomph.
Hey dear, can you
We
We
move
can-
that
we can try
middle
this sucker.
via, because it makes it out of focus. It's focused. There we
Oh, thank
go.
you.
It's
Yep.
focusing on the wrong one.
Much appreciated. Okay, so this actually can be passed along.
Who wants this
Who's
one?
interested? Okay,
I'll make the next one.
Kelly, can you throw a cherry in that, please?
Oh,
I forgot the cherry.
Sorry, it's
Jeez.
defective.
Wait, I wanted to try.
Poor
it.
cherries.
I know. I want to try one
I haven't
too.
tried one yet. Okay.
Try this
Oh,
out. I can
I
mix you
definitely wanna
exactly
try
the same
one.
thing right now, too. This is true. Here I am, like moving it along, moving it along.
All right, now it can be.
Yes,
now it
Mark.
can be moved.
Yes.
Properly garnished.
Always.
Properly garnished.
You're in trouble tonight.
How'd we
Keep
do?
track of.
That tastes like something you would drink.
We leave 3 bottles around the corner.
And yeah, because
Okay, so this must be Rob then.
yeah,
If Rob and Cindy and Peggy are on a wine.
yeah, this is very well balanced because sometimes with the perfect Manhattan, it's a little too dry.
Yeah.
That's a nice balance. Very
This
good.
is
Very well
different.
done. Thank you.
We all like to make it?
Yeah.
Always. Would you like another?
No, no,
No?
I'm good. Well, we got a lot to go,
No, you're right.
and I haven't eaten
Lots
yet.
to go.
either,
All right.
So
Oh,
we haven't
so
eaten
did
since
I.
breakfast. So
Let's
No.
take a little bit of a break and see
Sounds
what
just to
our
go before we start.
friends are doing on our other channels. And then
Hello.
we're going to come back and have a
It's time.
conversation with Doug and Arnie.
Nice.
Pete, you've never seen me that last this long with this and this
well, I
one.
know.
And
We're back.
we're back.
And here are our friends, Doug and Arnie from Pepper Tree Villa. Guys, you want to tell everyone about your show?
Okay, we are Pepper Tree Villa. We go live every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, for PTV Live. We start by mixing a cocktail. We do movie reviews of Hallmark Channel movies. We do food reviews of what's new at Trader Joe's and things that we find appealing, and find out what comes into our home with a more crap delivery. And then we also do crafting and food demos.
And it's more than just the two of you.
Yes, my twin brother Ben is with us, as well as my older sister Sherry. Sherry's a crafter. She does crafting on our channel. Doug does a lot of the food prep. Cooking. Yeah. So we have a lot of fun every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on our channel on YouTube, Pepper Tree Villa.
Yeah, it's a great show.
So much
So
fun.
Doug and Kevin here have something in common. They're both graphic designers and spend their day in Photoshop tooling around.
Yes. Yeah, you do a lot of graphic design.
Yeah, been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah. And while you are mixing Manhattans, we took a little spin on it. We're going to be doing a dark rum Manhattan.
I just want
there we
everything.
go.
Doug loves rum. So
That should be the only thing in the bar.
if you
is
could get
rum.
the ice out of the freezer, I'm going to go ahead and start with Old Monk. Yeah, it's a good one here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in the 2 parts rum, because it's 2 parts rum, 1 part vermouth, and then the bitters. So I'll go ahead and just put in.
This is rum from California.
No, I don't think Old Monk is from California, but the vermouth that we're doing is from California.
Yeah, it's
I'm
Gallo.
loving the fact that you're using a
Gallo from the
Pyrex
Yeah.
thing that can do like 2 cups.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you gotta, if you're going to be mixing a lot, let's make it work.
Make
But
the
we're
real.
also more well known, besides outside of so much of Hallmark, is Christmas. We basically did
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking about how we want to start Christmas like now.
Yeah.
We have
Yes.
a tree that's up that want to do another one, so we're gonna get.
And just to keep it all in perspective, they had 52 Christmas trees last year.
Was it
We
52?
sponsored, Let's Celebrate TV sponsored one of them.
Yes. Yeah. 50 Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a Christmas forest in the home here. So
It looks like the damn
Very
place
developed.
looks like where Santa lives, and it's a department store. I mean, it's
Yeah.
insane.
we went with a local vermouth, a sweet vermouth.
Gallo.
Gallo.
Okay.
And so I'm going to just add 2 ounces of this. And then I'm going to put in some bitters. And like you, Kelly, we have our Fee Brothers, because we really like Fee Brothers bitters. So we're going to go ahead and put in some dashes of this.
Don't we have another one? No, it's just Fee Brothers.
2, 3, 4. And I'm going to do the same thing with the orange, since the recipe that I looked up has 2 dashes of each. So this is a double. All right. So now,
You got it all over the handle.
yeah,
That's
I know.
gross.
It's all over the I
Inevitably.
haven't even had anything
It's
to
all over
drink
it.
yet.
It's all
so-
over.
It's the worst when you haven't had
I'm gonna
anything.
go ahead and put some in the glass. Let's see. Let's pull this down a bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. That's
There we
right.
go. Who's Cam?
I'll put some ice in there, and let's pour this in.
Are you gonna shake or stir?
Just stir it.
Okay.
Just stir this one. This actually looks like peach tea.
Yeah.
Yes. Deceptively
A
so.
little
I'm
more
in.
dangerous.
Just get a little bit of dilution there. We're going to strain it into a couple of coupe glasses that I have chilling in the refrigerator right now. Good, grab those glasses.
Oh, I thought they're right there.
No, those are just dry. So I've got some chilling in the refrigerator.
Where are they?
Yes, one must use a chilled
Those
glass.
refrigerator, not the freezer. And of course,
Looks
What's
what is
our-
a
ours.
Yeah.
Manhattan without cherries?
Yep.
So
We have like everything Luxardo.
yeah, I love Luxardo. So go ahead and do this.
We put ice in here.
When we were in Total Wine yesterday, they had a $119 number 10 can size of it.
Like it looked like an old-fashioned coffee can
Yes.
of Luxardo.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like almost $120.
Yeah.
A number
Love
10
cheers.
Grand
And the
Series.
Forbes are standing there going, should we?
No, yeah,
Kitchen.
Do we need that?
Yeah.
You
But
may
then
get
who gets
one.
custody of it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the can when it's done.
We get it for
Alright,
the first
This
6
we
months.
got
Hold
from
on.
Costco. There was 2 together, shrink wrapped, 2 of these jars for like $18.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a screaming deal.
Screaming deals. Costco.
I like those coupes.
Never see that.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice and deep.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's spilling here.
what? Yeah, you were just. Everything's a mess.
And like I said,
You're pushing
You're
to
right.
yeah.
The mess.
Okay. Here we go. We are drained now. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to also get some food in our bodies after I start sipping on this.
Yeah.
Excellent idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, here we go. Dark rum Manhattan.
Are we all
Well,
lit?
Mazel tov.
Cheers.
lit.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's
There
really
you go.
good.
It
That's
really
one.
is.
That's
I've never thought
That's
of rum
excellent.
Manhattan. Man,
This is amazing. It just has that rum, the vermouth, but it doesn't. It's not. I don't feel like I'm tasting burning.
yeah. And the
Oh,
great
nice.
thing is
Yep.
that also the bitters that we used. Gosh, it's a nice,
Oh my god.
nice touch of orange in there.
But
So I guess that's Monday's opening cocktail.
There you go.
No.
No, actually,
No.
it's not. We're going to be doing a lemonade because
Oh,
our show is
all
all
right.
about lemons.
Oh, very good.
So I guess you have to use a really good quality rum, something dark and spicy and smooth,
Yeah.
not like, Uncle Joe's
Oh.
bathtub
Yeah.
rum.
Yeah, that's why we went with Old Monk because we want to make
Yeah.
sure that we use something that you could sip on its own.
Sure.
And this one,
Yeah.
this one's definitely good.
So good. I mean,
Yeah,
I want to do like, if you guys fly out here, we would like bake rum cake. We'd make rum jello.
Wait, where's my
We'd
phone?
make rum this.
Right now.
rum that,
Hold on.
Speaking of
Rum
jello.
pulled pork.
Speaking of Jello, why don't you go
Good
get
intro.
that?
All right.
Rum.
Oh, you
Everything
go.
has to
Thank you, Kevin.
be eaten with rum. Rum cereal,
Yeah.
rum granola,
Granola.
rum pulled pork, rum pork chops,
yeah. Oh gosh, that's good.
rum black coffee cake.
Oh, it's still sort of intact.
Oh, you talking?
Mm.
So the old monk gentleman is actually coming to you from India. That's where the origin of that.
Okay,
No, they're
that's a good one.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
now we know it's no longer Jello month, or is it Jello year that you guys
It's
are
the year
doing?
of Jello.
You're
All right, so we have done a Manhattan Jello.
This is our friend Dan's recipe. It's the Dan Hatton
Ah,
gelatin
Yes.
mold.
that's so funny.
Yes, I will let you know the recipe. It's split a little. It's not as picturesque as it could be, but but yeah, it's gonna get the job done.
It's a little.
Yes.
It is literally a Manhattan and gelatin.
in gelatin form.
It's
Yes.
gelatinized.
So to make this, all you do
All I
is
do is-
combine 7 ounces of bourbon, rye, or whichever whiskey you're using, 3.5 ounces of your sweet vermouth, and 1 3/4 ounces. He says Gran Classico bitter. We didn't have that. We used Montenegro,
Mhm.
and a teaspoon of your Trader Joe's, and he did specify Trader Joe's
Amarena.
cherry juice. So I prepped that, and then he uses agar powder, which I could not find. So 5 ounces of water to 1 packet of gelatin, unflavored
gelatin.
gelatin. Yes,
Knox.
Knox
It
gelatin.
was Knox.
And so once you bring that to a simmer, once it's simmering, I added my Manhattan and molded, and voila.
We had a little issue with the copper mold trying to get it out, and then So
Well,
anyway,
I always say Jello is a harsh mistress.
yes,
But
I'm looking forward to this.
Who wants
I'm
a
in.
piece?
I'm
Okay,
in.
all right,
I'm trying that.
all right.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Don't forget me back
Yeah,
here.
my
Oh,
God,
Oh
like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
in the middle of
All right.
shots.
I got enough for everyone.
Oh, wonderful.
Although it is
I'll
full
try it this
on
time.
boozy.
Yeah,
And
that's what
boozy.
those plates and spoons
So,
are for you.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
notes
it
over
is
there.
full on boozy.
Yeah.
So that's
This is not kidding. It's
okay.
basically a full strength
All right,
Manhattan
here's
with
one for-
gelatin added.
Can you give that to
Yeah.
Phil?
This is what I call a Jello shot.
Exactly.
It is.
And so our 7-year-old granddaughter is here. So sorry, Kenzie, you don't get this Jello.
You would not like it.
We have better dessert for you later.
You
so
would
we
not
do.
like it. Here we go.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it is a Manhattan in Jello form.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
telling you, it does taste just like a. All right, who's in?
I know you want this.
Oh, they're over there.
There's
Oh,
right
yeah.
there.
Right here.
There's
Yeah.
two.
Okay. So
Oh my.
Let's try that out. There we go.
I will.
All right, while you're
Okay.
doing that,
Here we go.
we got a bunch of questions.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Lance
Shall
is
we?
asking, what are your favorite bitters to use in a Manhattan?
I'm going to say the Turkish tobacco that I just used.
Those are very
Oh,
good.
here's this is hard to do.
I want to do this up the
I
camp,
liked that Manhattan.
like for shots or something.
Here's
Mhm.
one. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
It's hard to do.
I would say
Oh my
my-
gosh, it made like the
Why not
exact right
try
amount
mine?
for everyone though. Okay, here's
Yep.
another one. Do you two want some?
I'll try.
Okay, great. I'll take
Mm.
more plates.
my
And
favorite.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can you
I can show the
plates?
Peychaud's. Yeah, that's a little different.
Yep.
Peychaud's is a different flavor profile. It's very red,
Right.
so there's obviously some carmine in there.
It is.
Actually, I
And-
think you have some
Yeah.
back there.
We have some.
back
Yep.
And
Oh
I'll
wow.
take
It
That's
has a
almost.
very
one
oh wow,
more.
okay. It has a
Good
very
luck.
strong anise hit
This
to
is
it.
not
And that's,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's imitating a much
Jello's
older style of bitters, which was like the stomach bitters, which I think Stoughton's was red and kind of anise flavored. But basically, that's the idea of having like a very large bottle of bitters, like a 750 size, right? That actually has, which is a material that's been infused with like roots, barks, botanicals. Why might you be interested in that sort of thing? Because you take a shot of that, like when you're a little dyspeptic, and it helps you
Oh
along.
yeah.
Leftover.
Those
Okay,
date
all right.
from the mid to late 1700s when people ate terrible food, and we're always like always had indigestion. So you take a shot of that, and this is the basis of Amari. That whole category is just as something digestive. I had a heavy meal. What am I going to do? Take a shot of the Amaro and it punches through.
Mm-hmm.
So we hold on.
We
We have an homage here to Pepper Tree Villa. Hold
Oh.
on.
Oh,
What did you do now?
We have one more serving here.
At Trader Joe's.
Yeah, sure.
And then it doesn't end there, guys.
but wait,
And I think you've had these on your show. If you haven't, I bought some snacks. We're gonna try the Trader Joe's chili lime flavored pork
Pork
rinds.
rinds.
Oh, we have not had
Tell you.
those. We have not seen.
You haven't had
these.
this?
oh, you have it?
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
My
Ben will be
new
up here because
obsession
these
that
look
I
like
want
fun.
to try to get at Trader Joe's. It's all the rage right now through the socials. It's called Dubai chocolate.
Try that. Thank you.
It's that
Oh, yeah.
pistachio filled phyllo crisp phyllo dough.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, look, you're over there.
Here, I'll throw you one. Open your mouth. Boom, boom. There we go.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna make me come get one, huh?
Damn it,
problem
here.
with this?
yeah. Don't
We're
forget about
standing
the
here. You're sitting.
Very crispy,
Yeah.
very, very crunchy, very porky.
Fall down, Joe.
Very
And, uh,
smoky.
Very limey.
That chili lime is really
Good.
coming through.
I like it.
Because that's the Trader
Yeah.
Joe's sells that chili lime in a jar
yeah.
to
I like
shake
it.
on things. Good on popcorn.
Yeah, the chili is like now in the background on my palate, tingling.
Yep.
Not overpowering. And the lime is kind of like a nice hit of freshness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another.
You?
Let's try it.
It's been
Kelly,
minutes.
have you
Nice
heard of-
fine aficionado.
Oh, here we
Kelly,
go.
Have you heard about
You
all the
audience check
craze
back.
of the Dubai chocolate?
Just a minute. One more time.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Ben.
sorry there, Arnie.
Kelly.
Kelly and Paul and all of you, have you heard about all the rage of the Dubai chocolate?
I've
It's
seen
got
that all over
chocolate
the
with
place.
Pistachio. Yeah, Trader Joe's is just, they got a manufacturer to make their own brand and make it underneath their label. And it's so hard to get. It's supposed to be all the rage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
Just the
currently.
bar is like between $20 and $30 to get a chocolate.
Good.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd pay it. But we were in Trader Joe's for like, we were running around all day yesterday. So we had to like rush in, get a couple things and rush out. And I didn't have time to explore. I don't go there normally. And it was a little busy. But
And-
we found those and I'm
That's
glad we
fair.
did.
You know,
They're
wine
good.
and lunch
They're hit.
and things like that might
Yeah.
have been involved.
I like.
Possibly.
I actually like.
Good.
I like looking around the wine and the spirits at Trader Joe's that we have here in
See,
California.
in New Jersey, we don't have
selection,
that.
Huge section.
Wah,
We don't
wah.
have that in
Yeah.
New York either.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't have nice things.
Can't do it.
No.
Can't do it.
But we have liquor
Meanwhile,
stores on
these
every
guys
corner.
back here are just kind of stuffing their faces going, we want another Manhattan.
All right.
So
well,
may I mix the next
Go
one?
for
It
it.
is kind of my show.
Oh, you're the host.
I guess.
I suppose.
Peter, could you make some in heaven, please?
I would love to.
So
So
you can do it.
I would like a measuring cup, please.
I know. What do you? Oh, this guy.
So yeah,
There we go.
that's
Yep.
good.
Let's
And
measure.
actually, I'll take this little guy
This
too.
little guy. What do you prefer to shake with?
I would like the Sedgwick's. Salem. I think it's down more to us.
Fenwick's.
One second.
Fenwick's.
Yep.
So we have
There we
last
go.
night.
Okay,
There we go.
got it.
So I'm starting with a rye that is local to us, Fenwick's from
Mhm.
Salem, New Jersey. And very good it is too. I'm going to go with a classic 2-to-1 ratio. Now, people get confused with ratios. So we make them, we make big boy size Manhattans. So when I make two of us, Manhattan's pork rinds, absolutely, Ben. So when I make for two of us, for me and Phil, it's 6 ounces of whiskey and 3 ounces of vermouth. That's still 2 to 1.
Mhm.
So if you think ratios, it could be buckets, it could be cups, it could
Yeah.
be dodecahedrons, whatever it is, it's the ratio that matters.
Swimming pools.
It's
Swimming
like a crawl
pools,
run, Frank.
absolutely.
And then you want to throw some
Like-
gelatin
like
into
bashing
that.
up for a
Well, you
crawl
could,
run.
you could.
I'm just
But I'm just gonna make one today. So I will do 2 ounces of this lovely rye that we.
Now, I'd like to point out that this is 96 proof rye.
Oh, wow.
It's a little high.
This is yes, and very good it is too.
Okay.
I would like, please, the method.
Oh, okay.
Vermouth.
Right
I'm
here.
recreating what
Right
we
here.
did last night.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Yes.
An incredible recreation.
This sweet vermouth, Kelly and Paul brought down to us. This is from New York,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yep.
Completely blew my mind away. It's so complex, and mixing with this, there are notes of coconut and mint and all kinds of other flavors, and it was delicious. So I'm going to recreate it.
And you were
So-
asking me what is in this, and I said
And we're reading and I'm like, there's
Blah, blah,
nothing,
blah, blah.
nothing. It just says 29
29
botanicals.
botanicals.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
something in there.
Grass
But
and trees.
I trust your palate.
Spices.
Yeah.
What do you like to shake with, by the way?
I will do a purple and a silver. For one, just give me the little one
This
with
guy.
some ice, please.
There you go. I can do that.
Thank you. 1 ounce of this, 2 to 1. And we'll get rid of that. And I think because it's rye and because all those flavors in there, I'm going to use a little orange bitters.
Orange bitters.
I want a little extra
Choice.
pop of something.
Good choice.
What are these weird noises I'm hearing behind us? Like
They're tunneling.
just a couple dashes, just that much.
Just a bit. I believe orange bitters were commonly used in Manhattans back in the day. And
I
there
love-
are formulas that call for it specifically. And, you know,
I love orange and rye, generally.
so
Yeah.
there you go. That works great.
All right. You know what time it is. What do I always say? It's a shaky, shaky. Here we go. All right.
I like that sound.
So,
Cocktail?
I do too.
Cocktail?
So would you, how about a coupe?
Coming your
If
way.
there is one in there.
There is.
Mazel tov.
And it is nice and cold.
Now, if I were very clever, I would have an orange wedge and I would rim the glass, but we didn't think to buy oranges because the four of us,
Drink too much.
we might have been
No.
drinking. So I will garnish this with,
Alcohol involved.
yeah. Normally I would double strain this too, but you know what? It's just us today.
Oh, sweet.
I would like a bada bing cherry, please.
Oh,
If you
there
pass
you go.
those.
There you go.
So, Paul, would you like to address shaking versus stirred?
I want to be on that conversation. Let me finish this.
Finish
Okay.
this sucker.
Yeah.
And we're very
Come on.
glad
Thank
to.
you.
Of course.
All
I'm
right.
actually
So
gonna-
here we
I'm gonna-
go.
I feel like there should
I'm
be
not
Actually,
sharing this with
drink.
y'all because our studio audience has had like 3 of them, and I haven't had any
Yeah,
yet.
we've had one.
Not a
I
drop.
don't need
We've
more.
had one.
Not a
Okay.
drop.
Sure.
And our
It's-
ones were
I'll
small
make another
ones because it was one divided.
Had at least 2.
So we're like,
I'm keeping.
No,
track.
I'm thinking with one.
Yeah, I don't
I
believe
only
you.
have one glass.
Anyway,
Plus I've only
back to
had
me.
one.
Back to me, Bob.
Back to you.
Thank you.
it's out. Where are we? 50 minutes in, and what's in your hand? What's in,
Yeah.
you finally have something. in your
Finally,
hand.
right? So, cheers. Let's have a sip of this.
Try that out. Oh, yeah. I like that balance a lot.
Mm.
Nice bouquet, nice flavors,
So,
nice
what I'm
density,
getting
texture.
with the orange, I don't know if you used orange last night when you made it for us.
I think I did.
However, last night I got
That's
mint
good.
and coconut and something. I'm getting that plus a little bit of anise, and you get that great Ryes are smoky, a little sharp, a little complex. Very, very good. Right now, someone else can have this because I'm going to guzzle it.
All right, I'm
so.
going to put
Coffee's-
Doug and Arnie back on over
What
here.
you got, guys?
So you guys can have this conversation about
shaken versus
stirred,
Okay.
because we've had it with them also at some
Yeah.
point. So this should be a little bit interesting.
So a lot of people will say you must stir martinis or
Oh, no, I'm
Manhattans.
gonna- I won't do that,
It
but we
bruises
can
the gin
we can
if you
stir
shake
the-
it. It bruises the whiskey if you shake it. That is complete and utter nonsense.
And why might that be? Because can liquor be bruised? What the hell are you
Right.
talking
It
about?
doesn't have
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
right.
generally
Banana.
speaking, I think the whole. Oh, please go ahead. Talking over you.
But how can something be bruised like that? It's not a banana.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no way.
Exactly.
There's no way the human palate can know the different types of doing something with a very viscous alcoholic, something that's very alcohol, which is highly viscous. There's just no way to say, oh, there's a difference between shaken and stirred. I just say if you put them together in the exact same glass, and put it in front of some, there's no palate out there that can know the difference. I can almost guarantee.
I
So
don't know
people
that I would
say they
agree with
could.
that.
But they wouldn't. I can almost. It's just stupid.
All right, so the conversation last night was one of the advantages of shaking when you have a
Put
very,
yourself on camera, dear.
whoops, hold on,
Oh.
can't push the right button.
There you are.
One of the advantages of shaking when you're using a very high proof alcohol like we were is you get a little bit of dilution. And whiskey with a bit of water can really flatten out, give a nice flavor and not make it so sharp. When you shake it, people get a little nuts because it gets cloudy. But here's the reality. In a bar, they usually shake it because it has to be colder. By the time the server takes it to you 2 minutes later, it's clear. So 2 minutes after, you may be able to tell they shook it if you saw them do it immediately. But once it's at your table, you're not going to know. And a cold drink is far better. You can't get a cold drink stirred. Cold stirred drinks will always be stronger, but not necessarily more balanced.
Right. What I find, and maybe is me, like Doug, you might be right. Maybe it is me because I always shake my drinks, but I find shaking versus stirring kind of like wine. When we pour wine, we aerate it, right? We pour it through bubblers, we pour it through strainers, we let it breathe, it aerates it, it shakes it up, it gets that bouquet. I find the same thing with whiskeys and gins. When you shake it up and you pour it in all those bubbles, the bubbles may clear, but you get that bouquet in the glass, and all of a sudden you're going, oh, it's more rounded, it's more whatever. I find stirred drinks a little flatter, not because they're not colder, but they don't have that aeration.
Okay,
I
They're
don't know that
actually adding oxygen to it, and that can change anything. Because once these things
Yes.
are unhermetically sealed, you add oxygen. Oxygen's going to change something that's solid. It's going to change something
Right.
that's liquid. So obviously, that would be probably the difference. Someone would probably notice, but I think it's a little bit of a little woo-woo out there.
It's a little stretch. I
It's
agree.
a
It's a
I
little
don't know
stretch.
if I could
You're
tell the
Definitely.
difference.
probably flavorizing things by adding more air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Flavourizing.
Right.
Yeah.
I stirred
because-
our drink with the ice, it added the dilution, but then I poured it into a chilled coupe glass. So
Right.
it got cold that way as well.
Which makes a big
Our-
difference too.
Does.
There's a wine that we really like. It's called a Grenache. They call it a schizo. It's one wine that tastes two different ways. It's a red wine that if you refrigerate it, it
Yeah.
tastes one way. If it's just at room temperature, it tastes absolutely different. And it's a
Okay,
really,
so
really good
since
wine.
we're on that subject, let's talk about vermouth. And what happens when you open a bottle of vermouth?
That
You want
oxidized.
oxygen.
So vermouth is a fortified wine.
Yeah.
It's wine. It has botanicals in it. And there's a whole thought of it'll sit on the shelf forever and it never goes bad. It does.
It does.
Those botanicals that are infused in it, they start to go rotty and it gets bitter and smelly and
Flavors go off.
You
everything.
have to refrigerate
You
it.
do.
Yes.
You do.
Would you actually open a bottle of red wine and not refrigerate it? This
Well, could
is
you
red
set
vermouth.
that in the center and turn that around so they can see what the back of that bottle
Guess
is?
what,
Right
folks?
here? Yeah.
Right here. Sounds good.
You'll
Check
notice
out
Right.
the date.
it has a spot there for you to put the date, and
Date
there's a
code.
big note
Yep.
that says refrigerate after opening. Now, someone always says to me, why don't bars do that? And that's because most bars will go through an entire
Yeah.
bottle in 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Better.
We have found, and people will disagree one week or another, but in our experience, sweet vermouth can go about 4 weeks in the refrigerator, dry, barely 3.
Yeah.
Dry turns to vinegar very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah. We've gotten even up to 6 weeks with sweet vermouth, but dry is more fragile, frankly.
So you probably want to, if you don't drink a hell of a lot of martinis, or
Already eating
Manhattans,
bugles.
you might want. If you-
Oh, wait, this is even better.
Perhaps.
Didn't smell like something. Yeah, Ben,
Oh.
really. Yeah.
Bad time,
Okay.
you know, bad shellfish. Well,
Oh,
if you
here-
don't drink, oh, please.
Here's a nice reminiscent moment.
This is for your anniversary of
Oh.
my dad's passing. My mom and I reminisced by talking about his deep love of good Manhattan. It's a very sentimental drink in our family. I'm so sorry, Melissa, all of us, but good for you. You know what? Make a Manhattan and celebrate your dad.
Remember your
And share
dad.
a Manhattan with your mom and
By
and
drinking his
celebrate
drink.
him.
Did,
Yes,
did he
that's
have a
an excellent
specific
idea.
whiskey? I'm curious if he had
Yeah.
a specific
It was,
formula.
was he like this, and
That was
this?
his Manhattan.
That's
So-
a very typical thing.
You start to say about dry vermouth.
So one thing about the dry vermouth is if you like, I like martinis, but like 2 at the most, or like I don't have one every night. It's like, well, this size bottle, you're probably take a while to go through.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get the smaller size
That's why we
bottle.
buy dry in the small bottle.
And the other
Yeah.
thing we do is if it's sitting around for a while, use it in cooking. Just throw it in. Why not?
Well, I'm sensitive about that. If I can't drink it, I'm not going to cook with it because cooking intensifies the flavor.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
we
use
do.
vermouth
All
in
right.
cooking.
Yes,
well, I
it
do
does.
too. But if it's
I would
Oh, not old
take that
vermouth.
as
No, not
I just use
fast
vermouth,
enough. Let
so
me
we
start
don't
use
using
it.
it in my food.
wait, say that again.
I
Rachel?
would take it as I'm not using this fast enough. It's going to get nasty. Let me use it in my food while it's still drinkable.
While it's still drinkable is the key. Yes.
exactly.
That's my point.
That's what
So,
we do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Children,
So anyway,
we have not sampled all of our
I
boozes
know,
here.
I'm ready to make another.
I know.
Let's go.
So let's do Adora's choice.
Can I trade a Manhattan steak for a Manhattan?
Oh,
Sure.
you didn't get your Manhattan gelatin. I'm just saying.
All right, I'll trade you for that.
Yeah, that's a
All
fair
right.
trade.
Right.
All right, you have your gelatin. We're going to talk about this steak, and
Oh,
then we're going to
no.
do
Right.
Adora's
Of course.
choice, and the audience will choose
go.
what we can fix.
Oh,
So
Cocktail roulette.
we have here
Look at that
A
lovely
glorious-
piece of meat.
that smells
London
so
broil.
good.
Mm.
that we marinated in a bourbon Manhattan mixture that also included some ginger, garlic, and brown sugar.
Yep.
It was a very, it was the Woodford Reserve. It's
That was
the
very.
only bourbon I had in the house was this. So this is what we had to use. I wanted to use like Jim Beam, but we didn't have it, so we used the Woodford Reserve.
And that was very
I know.
aromatical in the grill.
But
Amazing.
Kevin, you're looking at me like you're horrified, like you.
Well, I'm a little horrified myself, but
I know.
I'm accepting it.
Slightly.
Melissa
Brother,
says,
It's a gift.
He was a
Woodford is
Crown
great,
man.
the simple one.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll use it for marinade.
Brown, baby.
Oh man.
All right. So Melissa's. Oh. All right. So
Carving station.
carving station.
Mhm.
Oh, that looks so good.
Okay.
Smells amazing.
It does smell amazing.
Now, from your episode on knife skills, you note that you don't want to use some little paring knife to try to carve
Correct.
this meat. Use the big 8-inch, please.
And I don't have my 10-inch down here or my 17-inch slicer. Okay. Children. Children. Audience.
Richard.
Bon petits.
It's the
All
stuff.
right.
It's the stuff.
Don't bring a paring knife to
Yeah.
To a carving fight.
All
a.
right.
Carbathon.
Yeah, let's put this down here.
There you
go.
Literally down here. It's all good, Kev.
Carefully.
This is
Anyway,
rested nicely, grilled to perfection, I hope, by our grill master. I'm sure it is.
It should be a good medium in the middle.
excellent.
Yeah.
That's the way. I like it.
Perfect.
I wasn't sure everybody's preferences, so I went with the safe temp.
I'm in.
A little over for us, but as I get into it, it looks like it's pinkening up.
Mhm.
It smells amazing.
I'm getting that
It
right
really-
over here.
yeah.
It's like,
On the
Yeah, I
grill
can
while I
smell
was
it.
cooking, it smelled.
Okay.
oh, fantastic. I love that. And you know, what you're grilling should smell fantastic.
I'll
Jeez.
point out that our 7-year-old here loves her steak.
Ah,
So I guess all the alcohol would have cooked off.
well, pretty much.
If not, she's going to be sleepy later.
Well,
Way
I
away.
care because if your daughter would
She'll
like,
sleep good tonight.
Well,
wow,
you know, the parents are
wow,
here.
yeah, really.
It's a family event.
Yes.
Make the calls.
All right,
And you know what, honey? We raised that kid. Ay, ay, ay.
all right. I'm gonna do this,
Nice bite-sized
It's
pieces.
mince.
Everyone
Yeah.
gets to enjoy.
and everyone gets to enjoy it. But the three of us who are doing all the work on camera and get out of.
Yoink.
Oh my God. Go back.
You didn't
Oh,
even get
right.
it.
I just saw a
Steak.
portion in the back of her
All right,
hand.
guys.
That's what I
Yoink.
just saw.
Children.
I'm just grabbing it like that.
All right.
Boom.
I'm,
them up.
I'm using a fork.
Yeah, Kelly and I will be civilized humans.
I'm
Oh
using
my
a spoon to
God.
every drop.
Mm.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting that all the way through this
Amazing.
super tender.
Yep.
Flavor is just right in. You got scallions in there too.
Mhm.
I think I'm getting
Ginger,
that. Yeah, the ginger was
soy, the soy
awesome.
sauce in there.
Yeah.
OMG.
Yeah.
This
That
is
is really good.
Mhm.
Manhattan steak, boy. You
It
can have
is
a
the tiniest bit more done than we would prefer, but oh, Kevin,
just tiny.
Amazing.
brilliant job. Thank you.
I wasn't sure of his preferences, so I went to say
So-
that looks good.
Absolutely, it's amazing.
I think maybe
Hold on,
we need
Lester.
to
Reach
exchange
on in,
some.
watch your fingers. Yoink. There we go.
All right.
Oh man.
I think we'll have to
No, no, no.
send them
Right.
some of the steak and they can send us some of their jam.
All right, so
I think
Kevin,
it's entirely
Yeah.
fair.
Kevin or Andy,
Oh,
one of you take this.
It's either that
Somebody-
or we're just gonna have to fly out and grill it together.
Yes.
Well, that's an excellent idea too.
Oh, hold on.
That was
Yeah.
so good.
So-
So we live
Wow, you
Crumble.
in the
We
we
live
live in the breadbasket
didn't
of
like
the
more.
world. Basically, our agriculture is so close. So we have so many cherry trees in the Central Valley
And
because
almond
so much
trees.
food and almond trees. So our friends went fresh cherry picking, and they
Wow.
brought us like a zillion pounds of fresh cherries. So I made a crumb,
It's
a
a-
cherry crumb cake.
A cherry
Oh,
almond
nice.
crumb cake.
It has
Oh, wow.
almonds, and it's just
And-
subtle. It's gorgeous.
We're gonna be showing
Cherry
you
and
how to do
almonds.
this. We'll show you how to do this on our
Oh,
show, not tomorrow night, but next week.
Okay.
We're gonna show you how to make this
It's
one.
like a tender. It's almost
Very
like a pound cake, and then it's fresh cherries that I put some cherry liqueur from Luxardo in it.
Oh, there you go.
The almond crumb of it.
I was going to
Yeah.
ask, is there booze? I should have known better. But cherries and almond is a
Of
classic
It
combination.
is.
Of course there's
Yes.
the cherry liqueur. It may be subtle, but it's there.
Only
and
a
it's
tablespoon.
delicious.
It looks great.
And I think that's the
Very
Luxardo would be
moist.
the maraschino liqueur, which is actually drier than your average cherry
Yeah.
liqueur
Yeah.
and has a certain sort of bitterness because there's also macerated
That would
pips
be
in there.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's good stuff. I like it.
Amazing, that.
yeah. The maraschino is wonderful from Luxardo.
Everything has to be made with cherries and rum.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
so
making
good.
another Manhattan.
Yay. Do we want to? Let's do a
Oh, wait.
Dora's choice.
Before we do that,
Not available in any store. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Glendora wine glass. This attractive vessel holds 6 ounces of your favorite wine or adult beverage and will be the envy of your friends. Write Velveteen Lounge and Mike email.com for information on how you can make this cherished collectible yours.
If you want your wine to taste better, you better buy my glass.
Do it today. After a trying day in the salt mines, unwind with the soothing sounds of ceviche. This Latin-inspired collection of surf instrumentals
And their album.
is the soundtrack for relaxing with a martini or Manhattan, and the special edition LP comes complete with
It's like all I can see.
Black lacquer,
Dust.
I swear.
on Big Cartel.
All the
Tabletop
80s appliances,
Wow.
they just gather dust like mad.
All right.
Yeah.
And people in the audience, you see, we have the bling here. We have towels, we have straws, we have Glendora's
I'd like to
glass.
see one of those towels, just saying.
Flourish, please. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, Peter has one right here
See
at
that?
the ready so that he can polish some
Yeah.
glassware.
Yeah.
We only have 4 of the teal left. I'm just saying.
Because
Get them
teal is
while they're hot.
awesome.
It was fantastic.
Okay.
What I love about these towels is, in fact, the printed side is polyester, so it's a really nice print. But the other side is cotton, so it'll actually work as a
So it's
towel.
actually a shiny glassing.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I like this little microfibers really get their shine in the glass. Okay, so
Oh.
let's mix another Manhattan dip.
All
It's
right,
not-
another
no,
Manhattan.
Let's
I feel like this one with the
Suggestions?
beef in it.
audience choice.
Okay.
The audience
Oh, wait,
participation.
Now, all of you have
Patient.
strong.
The one we just had that you made was really quite
Okay, but we have
Perfect.
stuff we haven't tried yet.
okay. Well,
Switch it up.
We have the written.
well, see, I always just go,
Old Forester.
Phil, make me Manhattan.
Make something with. My question is,
Can I make
do you
a
ever use
suggestion?
dry vermouth with
Yes,
Manhattan?
please.
Yeah,
A
we
dry
had a
Manhattan.
perfect Manhattan.
Because I
earlier.
always use dry when I have a Manhattan.
We could
Okay.
do a straight
I
up
feel
dry
like Paul
Manhattan.
could- I feel like
That's
that's Paul's department.
All right.
So how about Old Forester?
Okay.
We
Let's
can-
let's make it a perfect, so it's sweet and dry.
Okay, well, then Paul will do that one.
And let's try the Antigua.
Oh, okay. Yep,
Yeah.
you got it.
Campana.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
can mix too. So,
Yes, I am also going to mix.
so
So,
now it's
we
Kelly's choice.
we haven't done the Rittenhouse yet. Have we done
I
everything?
love
it's-
Rittenhouse.
Oh, we haven't done the Redemption either.
We have not.
All right, I'll do,
I love
I'll do
both
the
of them.
Rittenhouse. I'll
Okay.
do the
All right.
Rittenhouse. How many
Either
am I
one.
making?
I got
I
the
can
right.
make.
I'll take a Rittenhouse.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Cherry crumb
Right, I'm
cake
gonna
looks
use a bigger
amazing.
shaker.
Fresh cherries.
I
Yeah,
want-
Melissa.
Paul,
Yeah.
I'm still working on the last one.
So again, this
Okay.
Forester here is 100
Some of the
proof. It's a
studios-
little
Okay.
more. I'm
Audience.
gonna give myself a good heavy shake and let it rest a little more dilution. Good idea. The other half of the whole discussion about shaking, stirring, and all that is like, look, I want a Manhattan. I want it now, not in like
Yeah.
40 minutes after I've stirred it.
Yeah.
I'm impatient. So shake, boom, pour.
Yeah.
Does it have ice shards in it? What the hell do I care? You can always double strain like these gentlemen do. It's very pretty and bubbles. Aeration is good. We just discussed this. Boom. Besides, if it's good enough for Bond,
Exactly.
I'm kind of done.
Yep.
So there you go. Anyways, this has been cracked. Thank you, Peter. And the Dolan is because I just used it. So I'm going to go to town and do exactly what I just did with the Forester. This is really interesting stuff, and I think there's like 4 or 5 varieties on the market right now. This is the first bottled. Is this rye or yes, right? It was the first bottled whiskey on the market in 1880s, 90s because it was
Didn't know
medicinal
that.
whiskey. That's what it was. Back in that day, you got your whiskey out of a barrel. You brought your jar, you brought your kegerator, and they filled it up for you, and you walked away from the pharmacy, which is where they dispensed it. But
So
if
is
you
that-
need-
I can say that, my Manhattans are medicinal.
I like
Well-
where this is going.
right? Yeah.
You see?
Believe it or not, I am.
studio audience agrees.
Right.
Yes.
Here's a simple
You can
fact.
have it back.
All of the experts will tell you that the booze has no medicinal value. But I will tell
I'm
you,
going back to the
you just got a head cold. You feel like warmed over crap.
Now I will say I'm going to pull rank here. I am tasting both of these before any all y'all's in the studio audience get to.
Gonna do it.
I'm
I'll do
making
it.
3
Oh my. Okay.
theoretically.
In
So
theory.
yeah, so
There we
we're gonna need
All
Oh,
right.
it's dual shaking.
probably
Yes.
4
Yeah.
glasses.
Check this out. Oh, I gotta hurry up.
There's
Boom.
a kitty in here.
Oh, that's Maxwell.
We had cocktails with Maxwell last night.
Yeah. You have not met Maxwell yet.
Oh, we haven't. Who did we meet last night?
No, Richard has not met.
Oh, I was gonna say. I thought we did.
Very careful.
He's new to me.
The other 3 are under the couch.
Now, obviously, I don't have a 1/4 ounce measure inside of this. So what am I doing? I'm estimating. Why am I doing that? Because I'm a professional. So if you want to make this really exactly, get yourself one of those tiny little gradated glasses. You get a shot glass with like
Jiminy
1/4 teaspoons
crickets.
on it.
No joke.
I
It's
swear.
no joke.
I swear. Hit it.
Heavy.
Mhm.
You're the youngest of the
How
tribe.
stuck is it?
It's dude.
It's pretty
Doc.
stuck.
Doc.
See, when you have a son who's only in his 30s.
It's darn stuck.
You know, carefully.
It's darn stuck.
I need more stuff.
It's diluting. It's diluting as we speak.
When that happens and your glass is like that, find the other side of it. Bang. bang.
We did. We all
We
did.
both tried that.
We all did.
And it was
Let's
like,
see if it-
LOL, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guess
All
what?
right, so we'll start with yours.
Don't follow my
stuck.
advice.
Are you ready?
I'm ready for ice. Thank
Are you
sir.
ready for ice?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
clean
All right.
hands.
guys. What the hell?
It was watertight.
Thank you. Well, this is what happens. A little bit of vacuum suction.
You are, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Beautiful.
I'll let him.
Bitters.
I need glasses.
What would you like?
Glasses.
Glasses?
I got glasses.
Oh.
We have 2 glasses here.
How's the glass? Okay.
Glass.
Let's see. Peter's gonna try. I'm gonna. All right.
Don't forget. How about
bring
trying
one.
them with
And
those
so-
Trader Joe cherries?
Okay. We can do that.
Okay, come on.
All right. We can all get in on this.
Yeah, we can. All right.
All right.
Glasses are kind of all like wet. If somebody
That's
just
okay.
simply had a towel, that might help the whole situation.
Oh yeah, like look at
Oh,
this.
oh,
Look at
yeah.
that. Oh.
In action.
Okay, here's
Note subtle product
little-
placement.
Yeah.
little-
All right,
Okay.
What kind of bitters do you want?
I will
Okay.
I'll switch this up a bit.
All right.
I'll be interested
Who else is?
in. I'll do
I got,
Turkish
okay.
tobacco. Yeah,
Do you have a
let's do that.
glass? Okay, Paul.
We
give
got
me another
lots of
glass.
glasses. There's 30 glasses
Hand
in
me
there.
another glass.
I will. 1, 2, 3. There we go. 3 dashes of the Turkish tobacco. These are a lot of fun, and they do have the sort of impression of tobacco, like you cracked open a cigar or something. Not that you lit it, which will
Oh, I
taste like
should
ass.
some glasses from over there.
Yeah,
Perfect.
no, we got them here. We have them here. We're good.
That's
Oh,
what I
okay. All
thought you
right. All
Oh
right.
yeah,
Is
Okay.
that the first one?
this is smoky like a campfire.
Mhm.
We need to find these.
Mhm.
These are very good, dear.
Yeah. I think you'd be very interested in those. Anyway, I got my shaker ready to go. Use the old cheat tin and
And for you, and we got another glass for you. Okay.
You gotta do it at least 88 times.
yes,
Reminds me of Steve, the bartender from Australia.
Yeah.
we had a name check of William Powell earlier. You remember from the first Thin Man movie? He said you always shake a Manhattan to waltz time.
Yeah.
Was it
That's a dry martini.
dry martini?
Yeah.
That's right. A
So, yeah,
Manhattan
because
is-
someone mentioned
Foxtrot.
that.
Foxtrot.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Or two-step time, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
It's witchcraft.
I need another glass.
Oh. Old glass boy. Let's see.
You are the glass boy.
That's quite nice.
The Rittenhouse sounds like a really good ride.
Yeah.
All right, so we got another
Yeah.
one coming for
Yep.
you.
Come right up.
There we
Okay. This one's sticky too.
Cherries.
Cherries.
go. Oh, I forgot the cherries. Damn it. Damn it. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
bring them
yeah.
back.
I'll
They're
have it.
defective.
Good one, Joe.
Hurt.
Okay. I'll
They're
do something
defective.
slightly.
Bring them back.
Sure. I think moving forward, I can be the cherry boy and put the cherries in.
Oh, cherry
so I
boy.
can do something besides just standing here. And
Cherry
like,
boys.
Never had that
Right.
name, Peter.
I'm sorry, what?
One defective.
You haven't had that
Yes.
name before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Family show.
There we go. Let's
You're
check
right.
that sucker there. I need a little tasting glass so I can give you a bit of this guy right here. If you have such a thing.
Guys, you guys want
Just
cherry?
wait, camp reminiscent.
Perhaps that one.
All right.
Why not this one?
That'll
What the
do.
heck?
Oh, hell. Here we go. So
Okay.
there's just a little bit of a drag.
That's all I need.
That'll tell you what's going on.
All right. Oh, there's a little bit more in here.
Mhm.
Just like.
That's quite nice. That's very
I'm
smoky.
curious about the vermouth because
Thank
that's $39 a bottle for that vermouth
For the Antica.
for
Yeah.
the Antica. And it's like, is it that much better?
I mean, our friend Dan would tell you.
He swears by it.
yes.
I like it a lot. It has a lot of complexity to it. And you want to
Okay.
compare that to your sort of like bottom of the barrel vermouth. It's like, okay,
Oh,
this is
yeah,
a world
well, I mean,
above.
Well,
No question.
yeah, if you compare it to like stock, then
But
yeah.
something
all
like,
kind of
oh,
thing.
that's great.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
Really?
this, they're not paying me to say this, but like this is like $20. I feel
But
like this
it's
is like
delicious.
kind of a nice middle ground. I
Yeah.
feel like 20 is a nice middle ground.
Yeah, our preference is Dolan,
which is
which
French,
is French
style.
vermouth versus, so it's not as sweet, but it's a little bit more cherry forward.
versus like Martini and Rossi or some of the others that are Italian style
Yes.
that are a little different with botanicals and
Yeah.
things.
There you go.
Mhm.
Hold on.
I've got
I'm-
more here. if
I'm
anyone
seeing some
needs.
activity back over
Oh.
there.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, ours
Ours
is
is $3.99 at the
Oh.
Fruity Hoover.
It's
It's
Italian.
Gallo
Dennis.
is big jug wine. I mean, it's one
Yeah,
step
it is.
above box wine. And since we don't guzzle it, we figured, this will work for what we need.
Yeah.
And it's Gallo.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna
mean,
come up
it's
with a few
just-
more recipes to use this one before
Yeah.
it goes bad in 4 weeks. So,
So
Yeah.
we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, and I know it's not gonna last. We're gonna have to be very creative, but we figured if we have to pitch it, it didn't
It's-
have to
yeah,
cost
yeah.
a fortune.
yeah.
That's why you always buy the smallest bottle of vermouth you can get.
That's why we
That's it.
did what we did, and we're like,
Oh.
okay, I don't know how much we're gonna be doing this, so I figured let's just go for this. I mean, if you want
Fair enough.
cheap jug
Yeah.
wine, Gallo is the way it go. It's been around for eons.
Ever.
You're speaking Glendora's
It's
language.
just super white trashy
Say.
wine. I know Glendora would be so proud.
Bingo.
But yeah,
She was going to make a guest appearance, but she missed the train.
Oh,
uh, figures.
She's like that.
Yeah.
Train to Atlantic City. There you go. Now, I actually was just talking about garnishing this thing, and I totally forgot the peels, which Peter peeled earlier at my request.
I know, like,
So I'm going to do that now and give myself a twist, and boom, I
Oops,
just expressed a
wrong one.
little on the
There
cup.
you
on
go.
the
There
top
you
of it.
go.
Oh, thank you.
You missed it. Oh well, there we go.
And up we go.
Get this together.
That's
Yeah,
it. Screw the
and I
technical
love that.
director.
And really, though, had any of us, the four of us yesterday, thought, oh yeah, orange bitters, Manhattans, we need to pick up some oranges. Like me, who went out shopping yesterday morning and spent, you don't want to know what I
A
spent.
fair amount of money.
Yeah, so like kids, there's no inheritance.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Oh yeah.
I didn't have a drink.
I didn't think to pick up a couple oranges.
Yep.
We were in Sharrett long enough that they had to ask us to leave. Just saying.
And that was rude. That was rude. We have a 3:45 blah 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 reservation for your
know, we
table.
were
Okay,
drinking.
it's 2:00 and we're still paying. All right, fine, we'll leave. Whatever. It's all good.
It's not like we weren't buying
it
wine.
was fine. We love them.
It was about that time, I got to
We
say.
yeah, it was. We were ready to go anyway.
You raised
All
the
right.
point
I'm
about
curious to see what the map looks like.
what do we got?
Ooh, not bad.
Oh.
Filling in
Right.
on the East Coast and Midwest. Look
It's
at that.
filling in.
Hello.
If you haven't already, tell us in chat where you're watching from. Say hello from your city and state, and we'll put it back up there.
Okay, so let's do those of you watching. What would you have us make? Show the booze can
Booze
here.
can.
We want suggestions from you out there, like Lance and Ken or anyone. What do you want to see?
We're missing a.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Hold on.
Sorry.
All right.
Because I know there's stuff we haven't tried. We have not had 35 Manhattans yet, and we have the ability to make at least 35.
and then
And it's
there's
not even 5 yet.
Now,
there's more behind
me-
you.
Yes. Well, of course,
Oh yeah, we got more back here.
we have classic VO, we have
7-1.
VO Black, which is the Lexus Cadillac luxury car of VO.
A VO. We got the Johnny Walker Red, which
If
is
we
your
want
basic
Rob
right
Roy.
there for your sketch.
We have
And we got the Jack Daniels for your Tennessee whiskey.
Kenneth. I pulled that out for you because you're the Jack Daniels.
And
fan.
some people like Jack and Coke, or some people like Jack
We
Manhattan.
do
Place.
have bourbon, even though we're not big bourbon drinkers. Some very kind people gifted us with a bottle of Woodford Reserve bourbon, and very nice it is too. So, all of you out there in TV land,
Let us know.
Wait, what have we got in the way of vermouths?
in vermouths.
We
Yeah.
have
Okay,
The Dolan Dry.
the martini
We have the Dolan Sweet.
method.
We have the Via, however that's pronounced.
are there?
I use this in the first one. Very nice.
That's the rest over there.
We
That's
have
all
Carpano Antica
Okay,
Sweet. And that's it.
okay. So that's
Yep.
the.
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
And that's it.
We don't have any takers in chat who want to give
Oh,
us a
come on, folks.
suggestion.
There's some Manhattan
All of you
fans
out there, like Lance and Ken, you don't
Come
want to see
on,
us
come
get
on!
Manhattans. Like,
All right,
come
there's
on.
31 of you out there.
Do we have at least
Everyone has
31 or
an
36 likes because we were at
Just
36
asking.
earlier?
Just ask.
So are Phil and Dixie in?
I have no way of knowing that.
All right.
Okay.
So Phil and Dixie, if you're in, give us a shout
If
out.
you're in BM,
Tell us what you want.
Yeah.
we got this stuff. One important note about the Canadian is that if you go to a bar and say, I'd like a really ordinary bar. Is that Canadian? Tell me
Yes,
if I'm
it
the
is.
right one. Oh, it is. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, pretty good. And you say, I'd like rye Manhattan. They're probably reaching for this stuff because in Canada, like a hell of a lot of their whiskey is just all rye. They don't have the same definitions we do. So what's in that? Oh, it could be all sorts of stuff.
What?
It tends to be lighter. Some
Black
people
dirt.
really
Okay, we
like
got a
that.
request
Oh.
for the black dirt.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Tends to
Thank
be
you,
lighter.
Bob.
Okay.
So Bob is that's who did the
Urine sample.
moonshine
We
earlier.
enjoyed that.
Oh.
Yes,
Yes.
we did enjoy
Yes.
some of that earlier.
So our friend Bob makes his own moonshine. He made one last year. It was like a peach or something, and it looked like a urine sample. So the joke was, it's Bob's urine sample. So he made us a big jar of this. Oh, what are you saying? Black dirt rye antique.
Antica
So this
cherry.
Okay, all right.
cinnamon
Thank you.
apple
I don't know what it was
pie
anymore.
moonshine, and it looks dark.
Oh,
And we're all like,
there's an
"Well, Bob,
interesting one.
Reverse Manhattan. Thank you, Melissa.
Who wants to
Yeah.
tackle that?
That's what Julie Child drank. She drank reverse Manhattans and reverse martinis.
Somebody explain what that is.
So a reverse Manhattan or martini. So if you do a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 whiskeys to 1 vermouth, you would switch it and you would do 2 vermouths to 1 whiskey. Or if it were a martini, it would be 2 dry vermouths whatever your ratio is, more vermouth to gin.
To less
And they're
gin.
typically served on the rocks.
Yes.
Yes,
Interesting.
I will try
That
this. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I
okay.
think
All right.
a reverse
Ooh,
martini
would you like to
sounds
tackle
awful.
the reverse, or would you like to tackle what is in front of you, which is?
Oh, am I making
The
this one?
request.
All right.
Yeah, I think you should. You're the host.
I think you
I-
should.
What else?
made
I got to do
one.
all the work around here. Jace, you mix cocktails every week. Come on, guys.
Jiminy crickets. All right, I'll do the reverse. Heaven help me.
Somebody said
So-
Jello shots. We did Jello shots.
We did.
Oh, are we going to do a reverse
All right.
with the black dirt?
I-
Oh.
Actually, I don't think that that's necessarily
No.
the way. We
Why
actually had a
don't
request for.
one of you do
Okay.
this.
All right.
Okay, you tackled the black
So
dirt.
So what
with
was
the
the? There
Carpano.
was black dirt and what?
And
Black dirt Carpano
All
cherry.
right, I will do a reverse with my Dolan and my VO. How about that?
There you
Okay,
go.
with all of you talking there,
Yes,
here's
Jim.
your answer.
What I want is, when are you delivering? Just sitting here with Dixie. We love you guys.
Are you
Oh,
We
here?
love you guys so
Oh, man.
much.
Yeah, yeah. Is there,
Bob, do you have bitters in mind?
Yes. Does anyone have
Yes.
bitters
He's
in
asking
mind?
for Bob.
Bob.
Bring them all out so they can see them.
What did he say?
Okay.
There
We
we go.
have two kinds of orange,
Mhm.
Angostura. We have regular
This-
Angostura.
Yes,
Hey,
please.
shows.
Have a little
Baby
this guy?
shaker.
Oh, a baby
No,
shaker.
just a little bit. Yeah,
this
that's
guy?
good.
Hey,
Yep.
shows.
Coming your way.
Ice me, please.
Grapefruit.
Well, not here.
Turkish tobacco. And we also have
I mean,
Oh,
we are in
one thing is over
in
there.
New Jersey after all. Though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
we have coffee bitters.
Ice him.
Oh, I see.
Take him
I think
for a
coffee
ride.
bitters could be fun.
Which one?
Coffee bitters.
It's
Those
Coffee
are
they're really
bitters.
good. They're really good.
Coffee bitters
Yeah.
are actually really fun. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
from
this is
Luxardo,
wrong. This is wrong.
PTV. There's I saw in the Total Wine yesterday,
so we're gonna
Luxardo coffee
Sour
bitters
cherry.
and the sour
And we
cherry
love sour
bitters.
cherry.
We did.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
try
right.
those.
So we'll do the reverse. Yes, Ben. It's so many bottles.
scared.
and-
So many
yeah.
I'm
So many
scared
So,
of the reverse.
2 ounces of sweet vermouth. This is our favorite Dolan.
Always start with your favorite because otherwise you're mixing
Yeah.
with crap.
Yeah.
I think we scared Kelly when they first got here and saw the bar down here.
Ah!
Oh no, you should see.
We're
our
not
bar.
afraid.
Yeah. No, these guys are like, that's it. That's
We're
what I
looking
got.
for we're not afraid. That's
Amateurs.
it. That's all you got. Blah blah blah. Well, I raised the.
Oh well.
I
Happens
do
to
that
us
all the time.
1 ounce of VO, our day to day. Now I know some of you out there whiskey aficionados. You're like, ugh, VO. Oh, it's in a plastic bottle. Oh my god.
And you say it just like that.
Yeah, you got to.
But you know,
give
this
it
is
that vocal
a
fry.
oh
And,
my god. But this is it's a good, smooth, good day to day. Are there better, higher qualities? Absolutely. But this is a nice blended.
And if
Yeah.
you're first starting
Consistent.
out with a Manhattan, it's a
Right.
great way to go.
Yeah.
Because you can spend a fortune on your bourbon
It's an introductory.
And then
Well, listen.
and then decide you don't like it. All right.
and decide,
so 1
yeah,
ounce of that.
expensive bottle of nothing. We'll just
Rid of
let that
that.
rest. We'll find that cork later.
Bitters. It's over there.
So you're doing the reverse?
I feel like this one's
What, dear?
this.
You're doing the reverse?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
So
Straight up
Yeah.
Angostura.
don't you
I think
think so?
that's.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
a kicker.
and just tiniest bit. Just you gotta be careful with bitters.
Yeah.
Just like
That one actually pours fairly fast, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that the
Shaky,
P brothers poured it
shaky.
up faster.
my
Shaky,
father loved VO.
shaky.
Yeah, Janet, I grew up on VO. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that you grew up on whiskey.
Well, you know.
And mature
All
on
right.
VO.
I did. Okay.
Some
any-
people like VSOP.
I
Some
want to
people
try. I want to
like
try a
VO.
sip.
Right.
I
So
Okay, we'll get
any
your
type
glass.
of glass, I
Scared.
don't care at this
But I
point.
wanna
It
try.
doesn't.
I can't see them, so under something.
Yeah, I see glasses in there still.
Boom, 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 boom. Get
So
the
this-
glassware.
So
Yep.
pour the
There you
ice
go.
into that because that's typically served over ice in a reverse.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
We
it
did
is?
some ice in
Yes.
there. That's right.
Yeah.
As you know, as
Did Julia
described.
Child
Yes,
say
she
that?
did.
She did.
She
Remember
did.
that in Italy, sweet vermouth
Well,
is
they
served
drink- they-
over ice
They
directly.
drink
Yes.
both vermouths as wine because that's what
Right.
it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Put a little ice
good.
in there.
we saw Julia
And
Child's
this-
Kitchen
Yeah.
in DC.
Did
yes,
you?
we
We
did.
did. Yeah.
At
the
the-
Smithsonian.
That's Smithsonian.
The Smithsonian Museum of American History.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had the parts. They recreated her kitchen. It was
Well,
intense.
she when they moved, they retired, and after she died, they sent all that.
Right.
Yep.
So it is
it's
her
in America.
actual. It's the actual physical stuff. All right, here we go.
There we go. Boom, 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 boom.
Julia, Julia, I hope you haven't
Here's
disappointed
to
me.
you.
Now, in real life,
Garnish with butter.
I,
Ah!
in real life, I would be double straining this because I don't like ice crystals. I want the booze, frankly.
All right, come on. Seriously.
Here
Here we go.
Eileen, Cherry.
Good luck.
Pray for me, children. Doesn't smell terrible.
Domino, domino.
I-
Ex vobiscum domino. What do you got?
It's not terrible.
You know,
If you like vermouth, if you have a good vermouth, it's more vermouth
I want to
forward.
try it too.
all right, we'll give that a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I-
sweet because
yeah.
it's got a heavy hit of the sweet vermouth.
A lot of botanicals in there as an like a
You
finish.
used a nice, the Dolan is a really nice vermouth. If you're
Yeah.
like, gee, I don't like Manhattans because I don't like vermouth, maybe
Yeah.
you're using the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to
Yeah.
move to the middle shelf.
Ingredients matter, kids.
Ingredients matter. I mean, top shelf is probably that Carpano over there, which is very dear.
It's okay.
It's nice to get
Yeah.
that in a small bottle, but it's
I
very
expected-
aromatic
I
stuff.
expected to hate it.
Yeah,
It's
and
okay.
I don't know
It's
if I
okay.
could do a reverse martini, which is what I believe Julia Child did.
Yeah, that
but
does not sound
this
good,
is
but-
not terrible.
It's not bad.
If our studio audience is interested in a reverse martini, I will do it.
Well,
You know?
we'll save that for later.
Yeah.
Dear,
Yes,
I,
dear.
I
Yes.
know you're dying to make our audience laugh at my expense. Would you
Oh.
like to tell the Manhattan story?
Okay, so
I'm gonna get started on this one.
Peter, take it
when I
away.
met Phil 25 years ago, he only drank beer, and he didn't start drinking beer until after. So he used to have a hobby. He was a scuba diver, a dive master, and he was
Yeah.
also a pilot and flight instructor.
Oh.
And when I met him, he's telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, Jan, And then took me on a flight, like, "Oh shit, you're a real pilot." Okay. He did not start drinking any alcohol until he was 35, and it was when he got like his first solo or got his pilots or instructor or something, and he would only drink Corona beer. So when I met him, that's all he drank.
Only the
Okay.
finest.
So he took me to Las Vegas for my very first time. It was a work trip for him, and I got to go along. So our last night in town, we were making a big deal of it. He went to the concierge because he knew I drink Manhattans in those days. And he said, "Where can I get the best Manhattan in town?" Of course, the concierge was like, "At our steakhouse here in the casino
Where else?
in New York, at Gallagher's." So we go down to Gallagher's.
Okay.
Now we're at the trade show all day. We hadn't really eaten. We're crazy.
Copyright strike. Sorry.
I ordered 2 VOA Manhattans straight up. And I said, "Honey, this is your first one. It's going to burn. You're going to cough and you're going to sputter, but just get past that. Let it go. It'll get smooth. It's warming. It's wonderful. Get past that and you'll be okay."
And he said,
So practically. So the barmaid brought him over. He takes his first sip. He coughs and sputters. And then he kept drinking. I'm like, "Oh, so I'm talking to the bartender. I'm talking to this dude over here. I'm talking to this girl
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here. I'm just chatting away." And then, like within less than 5 minutes, I looked over and I see an empty glass, and I went, "Ooh, you shouldn't have done that." And the bartender was standing there. She goes, "Is that your first time ever Oh, sir, you shouldn't have done that." And he's like, no, I wait, blah, blah, blah. I'm fine. So I savored my Manhattan.
And
We
then we
went up-
had somebody who else wanted
Well,
a Manhattan.
that's all. Let's not even go there. Please.
different story. But the
Another
story's
story.
entertaining enough.
So when it was finally time to go to dinner, we get up to go to dinner, and this one, you can't say I'm pointing to him,
he
gets off of his bar stool and pow, face plants.
We've all been there.
floor me face.
Completely.
We've all been there.
And then we had to drunkenly stagger down the strip. We're heading towards dinner, and we had to stop at Bellagio and stand there for like 15 minutes because he was, yeah, man, he had to sober up. And so it was quite amusing. Now, here we are, 25 years later. Look at the monster I have created. I'm so glad I did, because now I have someone to share Manhattans and martinis with, but still, yeah.
Is that a casual reference to the horror content of this house?
Well, of course. But it also is a reference to, and it still doesn't happen 25 years later, Listen to your bear the first time. Listen to me the first time I tell you something.
Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
blah, blah, blah. What you mixing?
I am doing the one that Bob suggested.
Oh,
with the
Bob.
black dirt
Thank you,
and the
See, we're
in
paying
that.
attention.
So,
Yeah, we're
okay.
listening.
We're getting a little buzz,
who's
but we're
empty?
good.
Who needs?
Yeah,
Who needs?
listen, Bob, I may have had
I'll remember the
42
chores
rice,
this time.
but I still know what to
All
mix
right, I
for
need
you.
some glasses.
I've actually had like half of
Glasses,
Hold on.
please.
Need some
oh,
glasses.
glass boy. Sorry.
Yes.
There we go.
I had
Thank
an
you.
experience like that with man.
Hey, I stood here. I accepted the job. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Boom, boom.
Appreciate. Okay.
So when we were planning this today, Phil was like, "Oh yeah, Kelly and Paul are gonna do all the mixing." And I'm like, "What am I supposed to just stand here?" Like, it's
need
kind
to-
of my
I-
show. Like,
Yes, at least.
2 or 3.
At least.
Bring me 2.
All right. How many?
No, bring me 3. Bring me
3.
3.
Okay.
All right.
Uno.
there's
Who
lots of
else
drunks
is-
in the
Oh,
audience.
Who
yeah,
else
lots of drunks in the
needs
audience.
one?
They're good. We're good. We're good.
I haven't had any yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
All right. It's,
Boy, TD over here is actually
Okay.
cold stone silver like it should be. Third glass.
Look, someone has to drive upstairs to the kitchen. Oh, Kevin, have you checked my ribs lately?
No.
Would you please? Flutter, flutter.
Yeah, I'll take
You could flip them.
Yeah, that's what Doug is.
Okay.
Doug is
Whoever-
checking his butt right now.
whoever
so,
needs the drink.
I'm okay with being glass boy, by the way.
Thank
Okay.
you. I'm just gonna taste.
Somebody's got it.
Okay.
Try that sucker. What do you
Now
got?
I'm remembering the
Oh, I like that.
cherry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that
All
was
right,
the
yes.
Have a
Carpano.
taste.
Okay.
Yeah, I will have a taste. It's
Yeah.
right. I know I have a drink over here, but I have another drink over here.
We're all friends and family
I
here.
don't
We
know who
can
else
share
needs
germs.
one, but
Oh, yeah. There's like
Yeah.
a little.
I
That's
have.
nice.
What was the
So,
base of that? Was that the,
have you been able to like keep track of all this, Emily?
excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. You got to have
See,
a good.
you have to have
you
a
know,
daughter-in-law who's a school teacher.
a little steno work over
Yeah.
here. You know,
Yeah.
that's the kind of kicker. Was
Yeah.
that the black dirt?
That's what we need. Yes. We
very
need
good.
an Emily.
It
Yeah.
has that sort of edge. I find that
Yeah.
the micro
Need an Emily.
micro distilleries
Mhm.
have a distinct
Yeah.
taste.
Okay.
And
I like
usually
that
they're
little edge
excellent.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, edgy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
Unfortunately,
will
it'll be edgy.
post in the this video description after
we're
we
done.
de-drunk tonight.
De-drunk.
For tomorrow.
All of these.
On
We'll
Wednesday,
also send it
Tuesday,
along to
Friday.
Kelly and Paul, and they'll post it to
Yeah.
their patrons also.
We're gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Move that mouse
Yeah, I'm gonna
cursor
try it.
here. That little
Try it.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's annoying.
It is.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Yeah.
you did.
Anyone else?
He already had a
I'll try it
taste,
again.
But yeah, try it
Do
again.
it. Do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. That's a good one, Bob.
Look,
Thank
nice
you.
aroma. Thank you, Bob. Thanks, Bob. I couldn't do it without you.
So next week when we're at camp, we know what we're going to make for you.
No,
This.
he's going to want his orange Jameson Cosmo.
I know.
Yeah, but you might request
See, I feel
this
like I'm the
because
first
You might.
person
you
lined up
requested
here.
this.
And funny, we tried an orange Jameson Manhattan. It was
Okay.
No,
not
we
yeah,
liked
good.
okay.
There's more in
no.
this shaker.
We liked it. We went too much with the orange. And we were heavy on the sweet vermouth also. We decided if we cut down the sweet vermouth and instead of the orange bitters, more fresh orange, it would have been more balanced.
I was going to mention that orange Jameson. I haven't had it.
Would one of you, since Kevin isn't there, Richard, or would you go over, scamper over to the bar,
Oh yeah, I see it back there.
grab the orange Jameson,
I've seen it in the
please?
store.
Shall we?
Never.
It's about that time.
Connor, that's a sin against God and nature.
Right. Look, you're in my house.
For all that is holy.
All right. Thank you.
Let's
All
do
right.
this. I
It
don't know
depends
how
on
much
which
is left.
God you believe in.
There's not a lot left.
Barely enough for one.
By the way,
All right.
Peter,
Yes, sir.
the missing UFO.
Oh, Mazel tov.
Wow, that just smells like orange.
Oh.
It's
Time process.
yeah. And we have a friend,
Dang.
our friend Rob, who
Smells
might be
orangey.
watching. He is a whiskey and scotch aficionado.
Zip.
And for him, he's like, Jameson, ugh.
Really?
Just
That's like,
briefly, just-
like I could scrape
Why?
out from under my toenail. And
I
it
like
tastes better
Jameson.
than- Yeah, he's that passionate about
Paul
it.
likes Jameson.
I like
And
Jameson.
he literally said that to us.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
I like
well, then-
Crown too, so hey.
We've had the coffee,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jameson coffee.
Yeah, that was pretty
Um,
unique. That was very
yeah.
specific. Hi.
Would you re-ice that, please?
I would be glad to re-ice you.
Let's see-
Still
let-
sounds
let's
like
see
a
what we
threat in
get.
It's a
Jersey.
little terrifying.
Well, you know, it is in Jersey. We do live on a pig farm, a former pig farm,
You know what you did with the pig farm in New Jersey in the 40s?
and what the mobsters used to do. Phil, your Manhattan story reminds me of a martini glass Doug and I had on a Disney cruise.
Oh,
gosh.
Right?
Guys, we have a similar story on our last cruise with our dear friend Peggy
Joe and
Brennan,
Peggy.
and we'll tell you another time. But yeah, because they did a martini class and then they did a tequila class, and
Back to
Peggy
back.
did back to back, and well, she enjoyed herself.
What could go wrong?
Right? What could go wrong?
Reminds me of a certain food and mezcal pairing in Nolans
Oh my
that
God.
we attended once. It was good.
What
Yeah.
type of vermouth do you
Yeah.
think?
We haven't used the martini yet.
All right, let's go with martini.
Let's go with
All right.
Marcy, baby.
There we go.
You know, I grew up on this too.
You know.
It's
everybody
Italian
did.
style. It's pretty good. It's consistent.
That's very
I
important.
just need
in
1
liquor.
ounce. 30 mils, right? Husband.
Yes.
Hello?
What's
Yeah,
that?
30 mil. 30 mil, 1 ounce.
1 ounce is
Yeah.
30 mils.
Yes, 1 ounce is
Yeah.
30 mils.
I mean, literally 29.977. But for God's sakes, it's 30 mils. People, please. 60 is 2 ounces. There you go. 15
We don't
mil.
have much of our
Thank you.
European audience
But we
watching this
have-
live stream. They
No,
used to
but
when
we
were
do have a
12:30.
big UK and Indian audience
Yes.
that watches us afterwards.
Speaking of India, who
Um,
provided the rum for the Rumhattan
Hello?
and
Oh my God, what do
the
we
Bay
do?
Area.
Do we need bitters?
Yes.
Yes.
Just not orange.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Ew. Interesting.
You know what? I want to try this orange bitter.
Okay.
Yes.
This kind because the
Favorite.
Angostura is strong. I've never tried this before.
Give that a whiff
But I'll
before you
just-
try it, and then you go.
Oh, we love the orange bitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it just a
Yeah. The
Oh, yeah,
orange
it's just-
bitters. At
just-
one point, this was the only
just that
orange bitters
much.
available in the United
This
States.
is going to be the
They've
orange.
been making them forever. They never stopped. People are like, "We're gonna have an orange bitters," and guys in Rochester are like, "Here, yeah, we can do this."
All right.
But
Shaky,
they're
shaky.
very good.
Great.
Yeah, you know, there's-
Cocktail.
well, you already have a lot of
Wait,
orange in the
one
ones
of
that
you idiots in our
like a-
studio audience will try it. I'm sorry, Ben. What? Or
No,
Arnie?
well, you-
Sip.
Who wants to? What were you
Yeah,
saying?
ginger Irish whiskey.
well, you
Beverage,
have
what were you
orange-
saying?
Well, you have the orange flavor already in a triple sec or something like Cointreau. The orange bitters just amplifies that orange flavor.
Right.
Yeah.
And it gives a
Yes.
little because it's bitter. It tones it down and
Yeah.
balances a bit. Yep.
Exactly.
Any type of glass.
Yes.
I will double strain this
Hey,
time to
There we
be
go again.
to be
I'm curious to try this.
refrained or refined.
Boom.
There we go. We have a lot of these glasses.
You got a few of these
I will
glasses.
double strain.
You got to have some glasses. Otherwise, you're serving in, God forbid,
Solo cups.
tall red solo cups.
Red solo cup. Yes.
Oh, how déclassé.
No,
That's
we
really
do that at camp
Can you imagine?
for our happy hours when we want people like you're cut off or you need to leave, and everyone knows
To get the soul cup.
if we do a Saturday night happy hour and it's all real glass. But if you're given a plastic cup, a solo cup,
Yeah, so
it
I'm the
means-
bartender, and we have about 7 people who help us because they're literally washing and cleaning glasses. And the signal is if they see me give someone a solo cup, we want them to leave. So use your pressure and magic to make them want to leave.
That is a great subtle way of telling people to go away.
No way. That's a great idea.
That's good.
Yeah, because I
mean-
want my glass back.
Well,
Orange minute.
every once in a while you need to tell somebody F you, and that might be a way to do it.
Well, yeah,
And that
it
makes,
is.
That makes me immediately think of
Well,
two.
it's
two-
like the
Mhm,
scarlet
yes.
letter.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
scarlet
yes.
cup.
So give this a try.
Banned.
The
There
scarlet
we go.
cup. Drunk.
Okay,
That-
very heavy
that
on the
is-
orange note. Let's see what we got.
I like that.
It's really not bad.
And
it's very like orangey.
When we
oil.
made it for ourselves, I rimmed in orange juice and we had a twist of orange in it. So that was
Look at
probably
those.
enough to put it over the edge.
Yeah.
Who wants to try it? Emily?
Okay.
No,
No,
you're
no, no.
And-
Anyway.
It's actually really
Andy,
good.
Really?
All right,
Wow.
our grill master.
Oh,
here
our
we go.
grill
All
master
right,
will
my
try.
son.
He
Get a
is
taker.
Come on,
intrepid.
camera. My
Please,
son.
come on,
Right.
camera. Here we go.
child.
There you go.
Go for it.
Wow, it's very orange forward.
Do it.
Ding.
Yes.
There we go.
I enjoy it though.
Your
I
wife
enjoy
is
it more than I
driving
thought I
home,
would.
clearly.
That's not bad.
Well, there you go.
It's crazy smooth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually, it is kind of
Yeah.
crazy smooth. What was the whiskey in there?
All right.
Jameson
Oh,
orange.
wait.
Jameson orange.
It
Not that.
kind of drinks like a creamsicle, which is really weird.
Oh,
Hang on, Paul's got a good
It's a
one.
horrible thing to say, I know.
What you got, Paulie?
All right,
As soon
Paul,
as it comes through, I'm just waiting here for it.
give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes,
I
it says-
wanted Paul
just-
to request that at the
What does it
winery
say, dear?
yesterday.
yes.
Who's
I
that?
just play the wreck of
The
Edmund
Rev.
Fitzgerald.
Oh,
God.
Reverend. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, Jeff. We were at this winery yesterday, and there was a
Giant
guy,
acoustic guitar.
a guy with an acoustic guitar. I was daring Paul to request
Against God and
the
country, I
Edmund
taste this
Fitzgerald, but he
orange
wouldn't do it.
Jameson thing.
I would have to have tipped the man, and we were about to leave, and I said, if I'm going to
Yeah.
request it,
But there were like all these bridal shower
I'm gonna listen to
parties.
it.
I was
And,
like,
and they were all named Brittany.
they were all
yes.
named Brittany. And it was daring Paul.
I swear these things.
Mhm.
Fitzgerald.
Well, and the scary part is we just had this conversation driving up that, why is it every time you go to a winery, there's some acoustic guitar player going, I'm going, not usually. We walk in, there is a school bus outside.
Yeah, literal school
A
bus.
literal school bus. And I went, oh, it's a bridal
we go.
party. I
There we
bet
go.
you there's a acoustical guitar. We walked in.
Sure enough. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And there were two brides named Brittany.
Yeah.
That was the
Two
weird
separate
thing.
bridal parties.
They were both
And
named
yeah.
Brittany.
All right. So back to me. for a
Oh,
moment.
sorry. Yes, Peter.
I'm used to having to say that for him. Back to me,
Yes,
Bob.
Back to me, Bob.
So, we've made a lot of silly Manhattans tonight,
Yes, we have.
but there are a lot of other variations, and we said we would talk about that.
Shall we do something?
There is the Black Manhattan, which replaces the vermouth with
Verna.
the Verno Amaro. I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting.
I think I've tried that. It's good.
Add 1 dash of orange bitters,
Mhm.
in addition to 1 dash of Angostura bitters.
Oh, yeah.
It was created in 2005, so it's recent.
I've seen that in the
Family,
store.
yeah.
Never bought it.
Oh,
There's a
is it-
blonde
is-
Manhattan. What?
is it
What?
Isn't it a Verna Amaro kind of somewhat bitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yep.
It should be. Yes.
Yeah.
Lance, I'm really liking the method that these guys brought down. But I kind of like that little antique. What
Yeah, the
Carpano.
Carpano
this
and
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Carpano is extremely complex.
But the other
and
one was very
Expensive.
complex and very
also
forward.
very complex and
Expensive.
half the price.
So there's something called a
Temptation.
blonde Manhattan,
Blondie.
which intrigues me. It's 2 ounces of moonshine, which is terrifying. 1 ounce sweet vermouth, half an ounce of orange liqueur, and 3 dashes of orange bitters. Depending on the moonshine, I
It could
could
be
get
done.
into that,
Yeah, I'm
right?
curious.
Sounds strong though with moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Well, it
problem with
depends.
that is,
Oh, I didn't say
Kevin-
it was a problem.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Balled out.
all right. Then there's a brandy Manhattan,
Brandy Hatton.
Okay,
which we have some
Wait a minute.
cognac,
Wait a
which
minute.
is not brandy. It's
we can
better.
try one of those.
Audience, he could try that.
Um,
I have something for you, sir.
made with brandy instead of whiskey. There's the Cuban Manhattan,
Ah.
a perfect Manhattan for you, sir,
Hello.
with
Which
dark
one?
rum as its
Mhm.
principal ingredient.
See?
PTV.
Hello, PTV.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Foam done.
There's the Dean Lighter, a twist on the perfect Manhattan made with orange bitters and zest, giving it a big, bold character. It is named for Courtney Lighter, Dean of UCLA School of Nursing. Interesting.
Do nurses
Okay.
need to drink a
Oh,
lot?
wait a minute, a
We
drunk
know-
nurse.
Oh,
I don't
geez,
know that
my
I want that.
sister-in-law spoke to
Hold on,
me.
Richard. What were you saying?
Sorry.
I don't know that I want a drunk nurse. So
Not
but
necessarily.
Look at your sister. I'm sure she needed to drink a lot. And we know a lot of nurses,
Yeah.
they need to drink.
After hours, please.
Yes. So, of course, there's the dry Manhattan made with dry vermouth instead of sweet.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
Something called a fanciulli,
Manchuli.
which adds the bitter flavors of.
Fernet.
Fernet.
Wow.
no.
Nothing is
Yeah.
more polarizing than Fernet.
No.
I've never had it.
I should have brought it. It's
I
heavy.
want-
Hard
Yeah.
pass.
Wow.
Hard
Wow.
pass.
It has its place.
Okay.
There's more of
If
that.
you use like one drop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
that's
very, very small amount.
Yeah,
Wow.
There's more of that
it's very,
consumed
very,
in Argentina
very
than in
strong
Italy
there,
at this
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
So it's not something we need to go out and get.
I
No,
wouldn't-
we need
I
to
wouldn't
actually
run out
hear
and
it.
get
We
it.
need to put 2 ounces in a little bottle for you and say, here,
Yeah.
try
I wouldn't
try
run
And this will last you for the rest of your
for the
life.
rest of your life.
Okay,
Yeah. And
so-
it will too.
There's something called the 4th Regiment, circa 1889. This is a cocktail that uses a 1-to-1 ratio of whiskey and vermouth and uses 3 dashes of 3 different bitters: orange, celery bitters, and the Peychons.
Oh wow.
The celery bitters intrigues me, and we saw that yesterday
We
at
have
we
celery
did.
bitters.
and
I
we
should've
saw it
brought
yesterday at Total
them.
Wines, and we should have gotten it because
So
Matt,
Lance is saying, which base liquor did you like the most today?
was
The whiskey.
based whiskey.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Rum.
I think Peter's got the right answer.
Yeah.
Basically.
Very disappointed there was no rum.
Oh.
Well, there's a practical limit,
All right.
and we only have like Malibu rum here, or not even Malibu. It's Bacardis. We only have Bacardis, and
All right, so,
yeah.
you know,
I'm
I
not done
think,
yet.
Well,
I think that calls for a throwdown.
Okay,
shall we?
that-
Shall we?
that
All right,
we do a rum episode with them.
Dear, I'm back to me, Bob.
Yes. Excuse me.
I'm still doing my shtick here.
Just a note here
Really?
that like there's a rum today. Arnie, you guys use rum. Boom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
you
rum
are.
for everything. If
It
there's
was
Yes,
good. It sounds
yes,
great.
thank you,
That's
yes.
a nice rum.
If there's
Anyway.
supposed to be a martini, we'll make it with rum.
There you go. All right, so there's something called the Metropolitan,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
which
that's
is
actually
similar
pretty
to
good.
a brandy Manhattan,
Yeah.
but a 3-to-1 ratio instead of 2-to-1.
Brandy
A
vermouth.
brandy, 2 vermouth, and a dash of simple syrup. And that I think I might like that.
We could try that out. I think
Yeah.
the reason that you see a lot of like 19th century recipes
Mhm.
involving simple syrup is that the booze, the base liquor, is always like
Oh,
100
yeah.
proof.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, you
Yeah.
got to cut that back a bit. So usually
Yep.
the vermouth does that, but sometimes a little simple.
Of course, there's the perfect Manhattan, which we explored today.
Yes.
Maybe.
There's the Rob Roy, which is made with Scotch as opposed to other
Yeah.
whiskeys, which we also explored today. Then there's something called, what was today's episode called? The Manhattan Project. Now the Manhattan Project. To a standard Manhattan, add 1/2 ounce of cherry brandy. We didn't have cherry brandy.
I-
Phil and I always add a little bit of cherry juice, but I can see the cherry brandy, right? Adding more layers of complexity and flavor.
I can see doing that with Luxardo PTV because
Yeah.
like
Ooh.
that's a little drier and it's got a very distinct tang to it that I think would
Yeah.
work well.
So how many people are still watching here? Because we're coming up on 2
I was
hours.
just going to say,
I'm not
we're
getting tired.
36, so why don't we do
Oh.
this?
All right.
You each make together one last drink, and then as you're doing it, we'll recap kind of where we are.
And what's next on
and what's coming up
LCTV,
next?
et cetera, et cetera.
I still have someone here. Does anyone
Rum
need?
brandy.
Anybody?
It's a little.
Our grill master.
But
No, he doesn't.
Very
No.
brandy.
He's good.
No,
Let's
good.
make a Manhattan that 3 of us can share because I'm tired of these people out
okay.
here.
All right. All
Oh.
right.
Love you, mean it.
I hate you. Yeah. All right. Well, I actually have a Manhattan variation, which is a Nolan's classic. Speaking of getting
Let's do it.
completely
Crazy.
lost
Soccer,
in
silly.
Nolan's, which
All right.
sounds like Nolan's. Anyway, so back in the day, this apparently dates to about 1938 or so. Somebody decided to take a Manhattan and start bleeping with it, and he came up with something I like a lot.
I don't know why they would, but
I don't
okay.
know. But the simple fact is, look, the classics are the classics for a reason. That's why we
Right.
keep drinking
Right.
them. But you can always bleep with them. Because hey, even Trader Rick was like, you change one ingredient, the thing becomes a different
sure.
drink. It's a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
And that's true with a lot of cooking.
Yes.
As you've seen on our show, hey, change the vinaigrette on that salad. Change the this on
Yeah.
that.
Change
you
the
know?
tarragon. Oh, wait, it's a
Completely
different
Right.
thing.
Yep.
You
Change
change,
tarragon to cilantro, and then
Yeah.
you're over like, bleh.
yeah,
but,
you
yeah,
change,
yeah.
I mean, so you change one thing. You change
Yes.
one thing? What the
Yeah,
hell is
totally
wrong with
different
you?
dish. So,
Yeah, but no.
It's like a trick.
It makes a
All right,
difference.
so let's do this. Let's get rid of this.
Do that, sucker. All right, you need shaking appliances. You have shaking
Oh,
appliances.
am I making it?
Are we all doing this?
We're all
or
doing this.
We're all
You're the-
doing
You're
it.
the host. You need to shake.
All
Chris,
right.
now
I
we
guess
have-
we're all doing it.
So I guess we're doing 3 different ones, huh?
Let's do some things.
All right.
3
I know
or
what we're
1?
doing.
Like,
I know
what's
Let's get
happening?
in trouble,
What
baby.
are we doing, Paul?
Yeah.
3
So-
different drinks. I know what the hell I'm
Oh.
making. You choose your.
Oh, I
Oh, I
thought
thought we were all
mix.
making yours.
No,
Oh,
I'm making mine.
oh.
I'll make a lot of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Live TV.
All right.
Yeah, people, it's live TV. That's the thing.
All right. I will do.
Meanwhile, on the CBS
Smart
network.
choice.
So much
The
for,
showrunner.
so much for knowing what we're supposed to do.
I-
Just say,
Look, no, husband. I
Apparently
was the one
that
who was
ship
like, let's
sailed.
plot this out. And you're like, hey, just improv. So here we are. We're
Apparently that ship
improvising,
sailed.
We're
right?
theater professionals. We can improv.
no.
And our daughter-in-law, who we love more than life, is over here. She's like taking notes.
She's
Like,
keeping
she
look
track.
at these. drunk people.
She is.
She is keeping track.
She's a
actually
teacher, so
I've had a full drink and I'm still standing. I just
I
want
made
to point
it
out.
too because I feel like people might
She's
want.
going at 5:03. This one lost it. At 5:18, he's there slurring the words.
Blah blah blah. You have a shaker?
well, you know.
Are you
Easy.
making?
You
So
can do
Paul,
that,
what
or
are
you
you
can do one of these
making?
babies
by the
over
No,
way?
no, I'm good with this. I'm good with this.
Great.
Paul, what are you making?
So I'm making something that in New Orleans, I think this was at the Roosevelt Hotel,
Yes.
called the Vucae. I think I pronounced that correctly.
Our friend Sean, who lives in New Orleans,
Vucae. So
All right, so apparently the three of us
which
are making
is
three
French
different
for
Manhattans.
old quarter.
Is that what I'm
Yes.
hearing?
That's what
Not
I'm
exactly Manhattan, but
His is a variation.
I like to F with them, so here we go. Boom. Shall we, people? You need this guy potentially.
Me?
Yes.
I need nothing.
This will just be in
Oh,
reserve
everything I need.
for when people.
I will
want
stop
a
helping
I know
you.
what I've got to do. I want to see what you in your twisted brain is coming up. I
Yes.
want to see what is coming up out of your
Okay,
brain,
so I
and then
did-
I know what's coming in my twisted
I
brain.
did-
So
I did Redemption
okay,
and the Carpano Antica,
okay.
and I'm going to do the
Great way to
Turkish
go.
tobacco.
Great way to go.
And I'm
Okay.
making two because we'll have them when
All
people
right, so
want
that's
another
one.
one. later.
Okay, so this is actually a pretty fairly simple formula because I think the bartender is like, after I've been working all night, I need one kind of thing.
Yes, yes.
So this is pretty simple. I need the sweet vermouth. I'm going to go with the Dolan. I think that's a great way to go.
Okay.
3/4 ounce Dolan sweet. There we go. Sometimes I make this kind of perfect, and tonight I'm tired. So here we go. Boom.
Imperfect.
The imperfect. You're going to get a defective Manhattan and like it. Second, we
You'll drink it
need
and
a
like it.
rye, and I'm going to go with the Rittenhouse, please.
Okay.
Mr. Rittenhouse, would you please?
Well, sure.
Thank you. Yes, we would. Sorry, I'm kind of like reaching over you.
No,
So
honey, it's
rude.
fine. It's all good.
So
It's
rude.
all-
Anyway,
I knew that would happen with each
Yeah,
of you on
so
one
I-
side of me. So
the Rittenhouse is again 100 proof because it's hardcore. So we want to shake the hell out of that. Here you go. Mystery ingredient number 3, brandy. Oh, what? Yeah. We're actually using Courvoisier because we decided to go for the bottom shelf. No, this is good stuff. Oh,
Well,
man,
not
I tried this
compared-
earlier.
That's right.
not compared to some of the other cognacs we have upstairs. Just saying that come from Long Island, Lansing.
Courvoisier was
Just
my
saying.
dad's drink.
Was it?
Yeah.
We always liked it. It was
Thank
his
you, Phil.
mother's drink too.
All right, so we got those 3
Sensitive
ingredients in
thing.
here. This takes 1 dash of the Angostura and 1 dash of the Peychaud's. I'll be honest with you, 1 dash, I'm going to use 2. Here we go.
Go for it.
Bomb diggity. La 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 la. Okay. And I think I forgot an ingredient. Could somebody actually retrieve for me the Benedictine?
Where
Oh.
is it?
Is
It's
there?
on the bottom
It's there.
shelf
Yep.
of the
I
gray
would-
It's on the
cabinet.
bottom shelf.
It's like, do
Bottom
we
shelf.
even have Benedict?
Bottom shelf.
We brought some.
Bottom shelf liquor. I brought it to make sure,
Paul
but
brought it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we had some.
We
we
do.
did
Is
have
that
some.
under there,
Oh,
Richard?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's there. Red cap.
Second or third
Red
bottle.
metal
of
cap.
There it is.
Sort of a large
Yeah.
bottle, I think. I think it's a big one.
yeah.
It lasts forever. You're fine. It's good.
Wait, that wasn't
Unlike the
Look at us coming
vermouth,
up on
which
2
you
hours
need
and still
to
standing.
consume.
I know. Right? We're professionals.
Yay, us.
Oh my, Paul is incredibly relaxed.
Oh, me? Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Well, but we'll be feeding everyone after
We're
this.
good. We're good. Well, I'm with professionals.
We are. We are.
Here
I want
go.
a fabulous set.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
like, this is
Yeah.
so cool.
Thank
you
you.
know?
It's so much easier with all
Hello.
this nonsense.
And the Benedictine.
Look at the hold on. Heavenly days. Like,
Oh, my goodness. Look at that.
oh.
It's
Could
like
you-
our house.
Well, you know, we
Oh,
only
oh.
ever use Benedictine when we mix it with a little champagne,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's delicious. Thanks to our friend Christine Hagen, who might be watching.
Have you had a proper Singapore
Singapore
sling?
slang.
I have.
Ah.
And we like it.
Ah, and there we go. The thing about Benedictine is that the cap sort of shakes around, and you
Yeah.
sometimes have to really
And this hasn't been open in probably
child-proof cap.
One or
If
two
I only had a
years.
child here,
finally caught alive. Hello. Hi, Wilma. So
Hey,
glad you're
Wilma.
here.
Mama.
so good to see you.
All right. While he does that,
Yeah,
hi,
Hi,
Donna.
Donna.
We love Donna.
we'll get it
I'm
eventually.
going to mix a
I
Manhattan of
have
mine.
mine all prepped,
Go
but
for it.
yeah. Well, I'm whatever.
All right.
I'll wait.
Not in a rush.
I like this
Not
way
right
this
there.
just spins.
I'm going to use
Enticingly.
my new favorite thing, VO Black.
Ooh.
Ah,
If you
smooth.
like VO, and then there's VO Gold, Heavenly Days, Paul. Really?
I swear.
Did you get it?
Not yet. I got it. I
Yay!
think so. I'm off camera.
Do I need, oh, there you go.
Oh my God.
All
I
right,
got it.
finish what you're doing.
I got it.
You got it.
Okay. Okay, so quarter ounce.
Quarter ounce.
All that for a quarter ounce, for Pete's sake.
Jiminy
Very
Christmas.
aromatic.
Yeah.
So here we
Very
go.
anise forward, like licorice.
Yeah. Yes.
So if you don't like licorice, you might not like this, but if you do, or you
Don't
can
use
tolerate it, it's really good in cocktails.
It's really.
I
It's a
don't
fun
like
stuff.
licorice, but like a
I don't either.
tiny,
But yeah, something like that.
teeny
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these like 57 like secret ingredients, herbs and spices, liqueurs
like Heinz
and
test.
from back
a
in the
tiny
day.
bit of that mixed with a little bit of really good champagne.
Yeah.
It's kind of it just changes your whole
Yeah.
experience.
I can deal with a little bit.
Okay, people, please.
All right, you're gonna do the shaky.
No, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna shake simultaneously.
Oh, we're all
Oh, are
shaking
we doing that?
simultaneously.
Okay,
Oh,
hold on.
okay.
Hold on.
Live TV, kids.
Yeah. Well, this
All right,
we're
so
doing here.
Mine's
I'm-
gonna get stuck again.
I'm
Yes.
going to use my favorite,
Yes.
my new favorite, VO Black. So there's VO, which is very delicious. VO Gold, which is even more delicious. And this is fairly new. We discovered this, what, Jared, last year? Earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, a
Late
lot of
last year.
places don't sell it yet. It's still so new.
But it's like Cadillac, BMW, Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to do classic 2-to-1 ratio.
Stick with the classics. Don't listen to me.
A generous 2 ounces. I say generous. Might be a little more than 2 ounces. Into our shaker full of ice.
Heavy pour.
Well, yeah. You know what? Well, all right.
We're generous here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Then, mon petit, I want to use this type of vermouth. Now, normally I would do Dolan's, but I'm really liking this Via. I tried it, so I'm going to do
That's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a
2
nice one. It
to
really is.
1, and we'll have 1 ounce of this vermouth. Yes, please. Help
I
yourself.
will. Oh, glass boy.
Glug, glug,
Yes.
glug, glug, glug. There we go. 1 ounce. And I'm going to go with the Peychaun bitters because
Oh.
not only is it complex and delicious,
Thank you.
thank you,
Of course.
it's going to give it more color and more depth and more, you know me, if you watch the show, I'm all about layers of flavor
Layers of
and
flavor.
making it more complex. So let's have a couple dashes. Just there
I'm
we
loving
go.
herbs and spices, not
Yeah.
2.
So I
Right.
did. Yeah, okay. Oh,
What did you do?
Okay. So I did. I'm trying to remember. I did the Redemption
Half an hour ago.
Antica, and I don't remember which
It's
bitters I
okay.
did.
That's it.
That was minutes ago.
The Turkish Tabasco.
Oh, the
thank
Turkish
you.
tobacco. Thank you.
So our daughter-in-law, who is a teacher, is taking
Thank you,
notes of
Wilma.
all this crap that
Yeah,
we're
okay,
mixing
thank
together
you.
and she's
I'm doing my best.
scribbling,
Around your hair.
furiously scribbling.
You're doing better than I would.
All right, ready? It's
Where
time
did
to
Annie
shake.
and Joe?
Okay.
There we go.
All right,
Both done.
whatever. All right, here we
One,
go.
Eins, zwei, drei, vier.
Go.
All right.
All right.
Now, meanwhile, we just blew the ears off everyone listening.
Well,
Sorry, not sorry.
so, exactly
Sorry.
what you said. Sorry, not sorry.
I will take a cherry. Whoever's
Okay,
just
we
like
give-
cherries.
Here.
Ah, yes.
You have that.
Amaraninas.
We also have the bada bing.
I'll have a bada bing.
You'll
Thank
bada
you.
bing?
Okay.
I'll go with the Amaraninas because
Why
they're
we
very
kept
nice.
the cap on it? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
Okay, carefully.
Does anyone need a Manhattan?
I'm gonna give a little bit of that like sugary stuff from here because it's actually quite good. This
I
that's left in
have
here.
a couple.
got a few. Bum diggity.
One.
I
that.
stupidly made one.
Kevin, can you grab
I can make
couple
another.
more ball glasses out of the freezer? There's
Right,
eight in
So I
there.
got cherry.
Boom.
I have a tiny bit of cherry juice.
Mm-hmm.
You
Strain your cocktail glass.
Okay, yes, I will take a. I'll take a. Why not?
Wine
Trader
not.
Joe's.
There it goes.
Don't whine, please.
I'm going to double strain because I want to be refrained and refined.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Are you ready for me? Here.
He's had
You can
enough.
take that one.
That's good.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, you're
Right.
cut.
Who needs glasses?
No, this is us.
Oh,
My husband.
I got
Who's complaining?
You got Diet
Phil gets
Coke.
nothing.
Yeah.
I still
Phil gets
I
nothing.
still have some of my last
He's an
one.
IT guy.
do
He drinks
too.
Diet Coke.
No, here, okay.
Okay,
What,
Ben
what?
has the line of the evening.
I love Ben. Everyone saying it at the same time. Look like some weird Arab.
Top, middle,
Yes.
down, middle,
Jazzercise.
top.
Jane Fonda.
There we go.
Aerobics. Well, you know what? If you're gonna do an aerobic exercise, why not shake a damn cocktail? Because it's very Arabic. Yeah.
It's gonna work
Let's do
your
it.
abs.
All right. So look how dark mine is.
Ew.
Are you? You're
I'm
a little
slightly lighter,
Very good.
as it turns out. Get some brandy in there.
Yours?
There we go.
All
Everybody,
right.
let me give you a chinky.
Right.
Chin chin.
Right.
Thank your wife. All right. Let's
People?
try this.
Let's try this sucker out. What do we got? I still
Mm.
like that.
Oh,
Just different flavors, but ultimately it's just
All
an
right,
hand
so
variation.
dear
Synchronized shaking.
husband, we need to keep this method removed
Okay.
around. What did Janet just say?
Nice one.
If you have trouble, you might just have to meet us somewhere.
Synchronized
Synchronized
shaking. Yes.
Pass on. I will try that. Try this.
Wait,
There we
wait.
go.
Yes.
Can't take it
We love you,
I wanna
Paulie.
try the
So
Victoria.
we'll Paulie, tomorrow, next week at camp, we'll have a Manhattan party.
Paul, do you have the Victoria?
It's in Peter's hands.
Oh, okay.
But I just tried Peter's, which is very good.
The
All
Victoria.
right,
It's
let
very
me
good.
let me bring these guys back here as we slowly wrap up.
Slowly. And this is.
So-
So, at this point, we're all family.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Booze will kill all the
It's
germs.
100 proof for Pete's sake.
Exactly. All right.
We're
Okay.
fine. We're
That
fine.
back.
And I think, dear, when we're all done this, I need a martini because I'm so over Manhattans right now.
Over.
All right. We've had 2 hours of madness. Most of us.
Yes, over 2 hours now. This is not like us. So
Yeah.
Twice the size of the usual.
It's like us.
Yes, woman, we've been drinking up for 2 hours now. So you want to talk about what's coming up next?
all right, what is coming up next? I don't even know. So
What the hell?
our next live stream is
What is
what
that?
is that challenge? It's a canned food edition because we were driving home from camp last week and I had this idea about what can we do with SpaghettiOs from a can, right? Sometimes they have little meatballs, some that has little hot dogs.
Little sausages.
And then we started thinking and talking about what can you do with canned food. So it's all about, can I create a 5-star meal with canned food? What else can you do? Like if I plop out a whole chicken from a can I make a dinner party? Yeah, that's where we're going. What else is coming up? We've been talking about salads, and we know, guys, we have not done a full proper episode in 2 weeks. My job has been completely insane. We have a tortellini salad coming. That is
yeah.
perfect for the summertime.
Now you're
We're
talking.
starting to get into those summer cold, fresh recipes. So look for that because it's asparagus season here. It's corn season is coming up, tomato season, and us with our Jersey tomatoes. So there's going to be a lot of fresh, light things. We're also going to do some more appetizers because everyone loves, and they constantly, all of our viewers, I need an hors d'oeuvre. What do you got? So stay tuned. There's lots of that coming. And of course, more cocktails.
And what's happening with you guys?
So,
Well, tomorrow night, when life gives you lemons, what do? You make lemonade. So we're going to make
Or a
some
lemonade cocktail. Yeah.
Lemon flavored tasting of food.
Yes,
We
we're-
found some
Awesome.
kind of contraption that is made with
It's
lemonade.
lemonade flavored, but we're also going to be doing a spiked lemonade as well for the cocktail.
We were gonna think about going out to go get those hard Mike's hard
lemonade.
lemonade seltzer things.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
We're like,
Why do that when you can do it yourself?
yes.
because there's supposed to be some really good ones. We'll do that later, but we're just like, let's just make
But
our
we're
own.
gonna spike our own lemonade. We've got lemons in the yard, so why not? Let's just do that.
I know.
Wait, but honey, isn't
it
your
hurts the
pet
heart.
peeve people to make their own limoncello just by putting?
Yes. All right. Soaking lemons in vodka does not make limoncello. No, stop it.
No.
That's lemon flavored vodka.
Okay, we got lots of comments on the canned one.
Now, you know what, dear? What we did not do?
What's that?
We spent all that money on that blankety blank smoking kit. We did not
We
do
did
I was thinking
not.
that, but I didn't say it.
Oh, you should have. But,
Oh.
All right. Well,
All right, so
we'll do a smoked Manhattan coming up or some other smoked cocktail because we spent a lot of money on a big smoking kit that can do like a whole Yeah.
So while
You can
he's
smoke a Manhattan.
grilling,
You can smoke an old
we
fashioned.
can do it outside.
Yeah, well, whatever, but that's not going to be
He
on
was
live
right.
stream.
Yep.
Yeah.
In this kit, we could do other stuff. So what else, you guys? What else do you have coming up?
Well, following week we will be doing Doug's smoked butt, which is he's been working on.
I'm working on it right now. I
Awesome.
got a new pellet. We got a new pellet trigger grill, so I have
Mm.
two giant pulled porks that I'm using Cheerwine, the cherry flavored southern.
Yes.
Oh, the
Yes.
summer.
That's your
Yes.
wine, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a hickory, cherry, sweet, savory.
That sounds
type.
awesome.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
going right now. I'm looking at my meter and my apps and my little thing going on. So
And then the cherry almond crumb cake
Oh,
will also
good.
be featured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
tomorrow night, but next week's show.
Yeah.
So that's what
Okay.
else is coming up. And of course, Life with Ben. Ben actually has been on a calorie counting journey. He's down
Yeah.
about 20 pounds.
Yeah, we can see it. Yep.
He's going to show you options that he would select at Trader Joe's that would fit the bill for him counting calories.
Hello.
Awesome. I
Well,
love
that's
that.
fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's all coming up on Pepper Tree Villa. You can see us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on our YouTube channel.
And I found my recipe of making an eggnog, rum-based eggnog jello.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
Kelly,
awesome.
are you guys in
Eggnog,
to
yeah.
eggnog gelatin?
And just so you know, if you didn't know, Cheerwine goes very well with whiskey. So think about that. I'm going to plant that seed. So noodle on that, because I'm speaking from personal experience that Cheerwine, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't
Nice.
ask any more questions.
I can
Just
see
trust me.
Stop it.
It
Just do
goes
it.
very well, like
Yeah.
like with Jack or Jack Daniels or something.
One of those things. One of
Yeah.
those things.
All
Okay.
right. So Kelly
Okay.
and Paul, do you have any idea what you're going to do in 2 weeks? Because you're not doing one
Right.
Wednesday.
We're not live this coming Wednesday
Correct.
because we'll
We'll
be
still be
Because we
recovering.
wrecked them
we'll be out
today.
gallivanting around
Yeah.
New York City. Yes, so no live. Oh, and by the way, I just want to shout out Lisa and Errol because I saw your comments.
Yes.
Thank you for
Hello,
joining us
folks.
today.
Nice. I like
Yes,
the comment.
thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
I like
Yes,
the comment. a
so
lot.
we're not live this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after at 8 p.m. Eastern. We just completely retooled our TV room, and it's been too cold to be out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So I'm hoping that by a week from Wednesday, it will be warm enough to be out there, and we can
Perhaps
do tiki
it's
stuff.
a little tropical season. It's already June,
Yeah,
people.
Yeah.
It's tropical drink season.
It is
now.
June
It's going to be
1st.
like almost
Yeah.
90 here next week.
It is tropical drinks. It's Pride Month. Put some color in your cocktails.
Yes.
Exactly.
Just
Yes,
saying.
sir.
Exactly.
Please.
And if
It's easy.
anyone has found Ballon Turtle, if you spotted him, good for you.
Have you seen Valen Turtle?
And our map has grown.
Oh, yes.
We picked up some
Nice.
Oh,
Canadian
Rob
people.
must be there.
Look at
yeah.
Canada, baby.
Nice.
Well, we have a regular viewer, Rob,
Hello.
RA from
Hey,
Canada.
Rob.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
it.
it's awesome.
All right, so let's wrap this up because I think we're all getting tired and a little toasted.
I can go for another
So
2 hours.
I'm sure you could.
Get
there,
the hell
Rob.
out of here, pal.
Wrapping it up.
We're
We're
wrapping
outta
up.
here. We're
so
gone.
thanks to all of these people in our credits. Hank Miner, Lori Jackson, Brad and Brian, Kara Valentine, Joe and Peggy Brennan, Robin, Megan Hillman, Gary Stokes, Kevin Gordimer, who's here, Hal
Hello.
B, Gene Wilma,
Gene Wilmer, sorry.
Randy,
Brandon Warner,
Eric
RH
Associates, Road
Microphones, BNH Photo Video.
yeah, and all of you in chat today.
BNH Photo Video, Mazel Tov.
Yeah, especially B&H, who is our sponsor. So thank
Makes this happen,
And our
Bubby.
All right.
studio audience.
Thank you for
right?
And our
joining us.
studio audience.
So thank you for